Artie, real quick, so after the Letterman fiasco, which we're all up to date on,
right.
We are fans of the show, and so we don't have to repeat that, but did you make contact with Dana?
Yes, we talked to each other.
When did you talk?
On my way to the airport.
She accepted a call from you.
Thursday afternoon. Well, no, she called me after I had called her a bunch of times.
And what was her attitude? Was it that?
Very bad. It was
very
a bad phone call.
It was a
attitude.
very bad attitude.
Did she hear any of the show where we explained?
Some of it.
Okay.
And what did she? Did that help at all?
It was bad. It deteriorated into her just. She was crying as she gets going because I kept saying like nothing was ever going to happen.
It's a bit on the air.
Because after it's funny, after I do a talk show like that, I always call her and I was like, if you had never heard about it or never got that email, I would have called you right after Letterman to tell you how I did and to make sure you watch it and all that stuff like I always do. And I wouldn't have been out. It would have been, she goes, no, you got caught. You just got caught. She started crying. She was crying and she couldn't stop saying, you just got caught. That's the difference. You just got caught.
I want to defend you in this. What happened is Vinny, who sent the email, is not part of our show. He's a listener.
Right.
He took it seriously.
He took it seriously and made all these arrangements. Meanwhile, Artie was going home, but he's never going to convince Dana.
I tried.
I'm backing you up on this one.
Well, thank you. I mean, I tried everything like that, but she wouldn't stop crying. So
how long did the crying go on? Did you torture yourself by staying online and listening to every tear?
Yes, because I was in. There was traffic going into the airport, of course.
So at least it was something to listen to.
Right.
And my driver, this guy who drives me every once in a while, Bill, is listening to the whole thing, and
great.
He's like a classic like blue collar guy, you know. And after we hang up, he goes, "I'm telling you, that's what happens when you fucking get married. That's the entire thing." That's what he said to me. Because he heard the torture. He goes, "I'm telling you, Artie, you fucked."
So after the crying, and then you get on the plane to Vegas.
I got on the plane, and
Did it stay with you the whole time on the plane?
It sucked. It's weird because this weekend, on some level, was arguably the best weekend of my life.
Right.
Yeah, now, Gary had a whole different... He was in Vegas with you.
Yeah, I saw Gary. I mean, again, look, the whole thing of like, you know, Friday night, you know, Letterman aired, and I had taped it already, and I know you can relate to this. Like, I knew it went well. I was happy, and, you know, the appearance was good. And, again, Howard called me again. Thank you. You know, it's gay to say because we're such good friends now, but it really is a thrill when you call me like that, man. And, you know, said he liked Letterman. My uncles and people called and said, oh, it was good. So, you know, that was fun. And then that night I did stand-up. I made great amount of money doing stand-up. You know, I'm in Vegas. The shows went good. I got paid money to just appear at a club that was wall-to-wall pussy.
Wow.
By the way, did you, I mean, all right, so the Dana thing's over, right? I mean, it's not happening.
No, well, I played it like, as soon as I landed in Vegas, I texted her and I said, look, here's all my info besides my cell phone, which obviously I can't get if I'm on stage. Here's my number. Here's my room number. Teddy's stuff. Just call me at any time I want to just talk. And she never called. Then when I got to the airport to go home, I called her again. Didn't pick up the phone. And then last night, I briefly got her on the phone, and she said, just call me tomorrow or something. So the last big conversation we had was the crying.
Right. So you're saying in Vegas, with all those chicks around...
You were a good boy.
Well, I mean, I
don't believe that, but okay. That part I can't believe.
The thing was, there was an appearance... technically, the Club Jet is amazing, but it was an appearance too. So, you know, it was work in the sense that because I got paid, I took pictures with everybody and their mother, and Gary was there too, which helped a little bit. But
but poor you, in the sense that, and I'll tell you,
you weren't going to do anything.
No. Here's poor you. You get to go to Vegas, and now again you're hooked up into this Dana thing where you don't want to blow it with her, but you don't even have that really.
Right.
So now you're kind of in limbo again. You can't act out sexually and meet the love of your life if it's not going to be Dana.
And look, and again, if I'm ever going to roll into Vegas and get a hot chick, I mean, hey, I'm headlining at a major casino.
This is it.
I mean, come on.
This is your day, bro.
So, I mean, right. The Dana thing is a major cloud hanging over the greatest weekend of my life. I mean, the Giants.
Vinny, can you email that to Dana? She's the greatest cloud hanging over the greatest weekend of the...
Okay, that came out wrong.
Wait, Vinny,
the situation with
it's right, of course.
She's a cloud.
I didn't realize what that sounded like.
Right, well, Vinny will clarify.
Right. Dana, let me just get it straight exactly what Artie meant.
And you won 78 grand also on top of that.
I went on the Giants. I mean, I won the goddamn coin toss. I mean, the fucking under, the Giants cover.
Gary describes it as so funny. He goes, Gary has a gig out in Vegas as well this weekend. So stop me if I'm wrong, Gary. So go ahead.
Well, first of all, usually what I would do is I go out with a friend, right? I always bring a friend with me because you get bored out there. You're sitting around all day. You can't gamble the whole day.
Right.
But Artie's going out. We're landing at the same time. And Artie even said, you know what? The greatest thing about this gig is Saturday, I'm done. All day we're going to hang out. And then Thursday night we're going to... So Interplaying Thursday night, Artie and I land at the same time. We get in the car together. Our rooms we're one room apart on the same floor.
Fun.
So I figure we'll grab a bite to eat, and then we'll go do a little gambling. Because, we're out in Vegas. Artie calls me. He's like, I'm on the phone. I got to deal with this thing. I got a lawyer. I'm talking to my sister.
Dana.
And he goes, listen, you
Dana,
go out.
Sister.
You go out.
Mortgage. Closing, not happening.
Bye. Dana on the phone, mortgage, house in Jersey, not closing, got a deal, Teddy can't, get it out.
Letterman's fired.
Exactly.
Letterman went good, but I don't know.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
So Artie goes, you go out.
Life sucks.
Artie goes, you go out, and he goes, listen, this could be 10 minutes, it could be an hour. I said, Artie, I'm going to go out. If you can make it, here's my cell phone. So now, I'm now at dinner in Las Vegas with Artie's assistant, Teddy, and Dan the Song Parody Man at JD.
Wow.
Which is not the party I had envisioned.
Right. You and Artie were going to be hanging all weekend.
But I was tired, so we eat. Right. I go back to my room, and then I go, we have all day tomorrow. So now I don't get a lot of sleep. So I went to sleep at 1 in the morning Vegas time. I'm up at like 7 in the morning.
Well,
so
the one great part you're leaving out, and then I'll let you get back to it, is that we specifically had a conversation. I was dealing with lawyer bullshit. And I said to Gary, if we don't make it out tonight, look, we got the whole, I'll wake up around 11 tomorrow, because it's a while since me and Gary, sort of talked. I was like, I look forward to it. We'll have a real long 3-hour lunch and talk.
That's what he said, a 3-hour lunch.
Yeah, I said it'll be fun. We'll bullshit and we'll
How
gamble.
much food can Artie eat in 3 hours?
Well, whatever, a lot.
3-hour fucking lunch.
All the things they serve at the restaurant.
I think I just tapped into your problem. Maybe you want to reduce lunch to an hour.
Well, I meant gambling the whole experience of lunch.
Artie's room is across the hall from me, right? So I'm up at 7 in the morning, and I know Artie's not. I look by, and that privacy thing's on. I go out, I go downstairs, I gamble a little bit, I come back up, I go get some breakfast. Now it's like noon, the privacy thing's still on. Now I'm bored to death. I call Nick DiPaolo. Nick DiPaolo comes to my room. We watch movies. We're watching Young Guns on fucking TBS. Right? Then the other comedian, Joe Matarese, shows up.
I can't believe you're so bored.
There's nothing to do there.
But why do you need Nick DiPaolo to sit there and watch TV with you?
Because I would have been watching it alone.
But
you can't watch it alone?
Wouldn't you rather watch TV alone?
I'd already done that for 7 hours.
See, that's
so
the
much fun,
difference.
But do you want Nick in the room while you watch a movie?
Yes, I'd already sat.
Don't you feel like you have to talk to Nick while the movie's on?
I wanted to talk to Howard. I'd already been doing nothing from 7 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. I've been doing nothing.
That's the difference between me and you. You're not the kind. See, I could totally just go and gamble by myself.
Yeah.
And
for hours.
I did that for a while, but I can't go for hours. So I come back, it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. The privacy thing is still on Marty's door. So the big lunch that I was looking forward to for Artie and I, where we were going to bond, that never happened. I go to my appearance at the Penthouse Club. Then I go over to Artie's gig. And Artie's on stage, so now, he's pacing back and forth before the show, and I'm not going to bother Artie before the show. That I get. He does his show. It goes great. We all get on a bus.
My pre-show stress.
And we go to this club Jet, where the music, the chicks are hot, but the music is so loud and pulsating.
You're not gonna talk.
Artie's like, yeah, maybe we'll go out tomorrow. So I can't take it. I leave because it's giving me a headache. The music's so loud. Artie mentions to me in passing, we're going to try to get together for dinner tomorrow, but we'll hang out. I go to bed. I get up at Saturday morning. Again, privacy thing up there. We ended up going out to dinner at 5 o'clock, and then Artie got on a plane.
So he slept. What were you doing in that room? You were just
I slept. Okay, the first night I got off the phone, and I actually went down and gambled a little bit.
Right.
And I lost $3,000 the first night, but all disheveled with my hair all out of it.
Bored.
Well, I went down and did my stupid, degenerate thing. I went to the sports book and I put a little money down on some shit. And then I went upstairs and I fell asleep. And my genuine intention was to get up at about 11 and have a great lunch with Gary. I slept. Okay, I woke up. The phone would not stop ringing. I look, it says 7:30, and I'm like, is it 7:30 in the morning?
Don't you put a do not disturb on your phone?
No, because Teddy, I don't want to sleep through the gig. Like, I'm afraid.
Oh, he could knock on the door.
Well, it was a big room, and I wanted him to call me.
Right.
I didn't mind it. So I slept till 7:30 p.m.
Wow.
p.m.
Wow.
And look, the good thing was I was completely refreshed, and I actually almost overslept for an 8 o'clock show. So Teddy does a sound check. Now I got him trained. He knows everything to do. I go down there, and I just make it on time. But the good news is I'm refreshed because I had 2 shows to do and an appearance at this club.
Yeah.
So I went down. The shows happened, and then the club was a big thing. And then I gambled some more. And I ended up falling asleep at about 5 a.m. And again, the intention was to go and get up and maybe have a long lunch with Gary. And again, I woke up to the phone ringing at 4:30 p.m. and
so nice.
Teddy said, "Look, you got to get down because we're having dinner and at a steakhouse. The Luxor Steakhouse was amazing. And I had dinner and I went right to an 8 p.m. car to the airport. I had the red eye. We had a 2-hour dinner.
See, I don't understand Gary in this. You're so bored all the time. That's weird. No wonder you're a good dad.
Howard,
see, he's a good dad because he's looking for people to hang out with.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I spent. Understand something. I'm up at 6 in the morning, right, on Friday morning. So now 9 o'clock. I can't get back to sleep.
I'd be outside. I'd go hang out
outside.
by
What?
the
It was
pool.
freezing out. There was no pool. It was 40
so
degrees
then I'd
out.
go gamble.
Yeah,
Vegas you lose a couple $100. You
All
want
right,
to take
you come up to the room, watch some movies, eat a little lunch.
The movies aren't that great. I'd already seen some good movies on. I mean,
If you had a friend with you, what would you be doing with that friend? That friend would be in the room
We'd
with
be
you?
bullshitting. I mean, you understand?
You gotta learn chess.
Me and Gary have been trying to have lunch together for like years now and just talk. And I said, you know, it's weird.
Who wants to talk so much?
We got to go to Las Vegas to actually have this lunch.
You're in fucking Vegas. Who wants to talk?
Right.
So wait a second. So then Friday night, I end up out at my gig, and this guy Jeff Beecher books me. I'm at the Penthouse Club, and he sends. He has something going on with midgets. There's always midgets going on.
He runs an Oompa Loompa show.
Right. So he sends an Oompa and a Loompa.
What's Oompa Loompa?
From Willy Wonka, with the funny hair.
Yeah,
You never seen them?
saw that, no.
They wear suspenders and. So he sends an Oompa and a Loompa, and he sends Mini Trump. It's a midget in a suit with a Trump wig on, right?
Yeah.
So
I would kill this guy. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. Beach right here. He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a very
Somebody
nice guy.
picked me up with 3 fucking midgets to annoy
Right. Why
me.
do the midgets have to be in the car?
No.
I would kill myself.
I went there by myself when it came time to leave because there were midgets booked at the appearance with me. I now get in the car. And it's funny because Beecher pulls over Mini Trump and he goes, I see him. It's so funny. He grabs him by the arm and he goes, the fuck are you doing? Because you could see the guy's drunk. He goes, I told you not to drink during a gig. And the guy goes, Mini Trump goes, I'm not drinking. He goes, there's fucking wine coming into your eyes.
And the one midget talks like a wigger, but he talks, he's got a really low voice, but he talks, yo, man, it's solid, man, yo, you fresh. And he's painted green with an orange wig and a Patriot shirt on. They're just being exploited. God knows what their pay is, but they're all they're all crazy alcoholics.
They say that that Tara Connor girl was supposed to come to Jet that night.
Minnie Trump was in the middle of a controversy.
So she was supposed to come, but she wouldn't?
Well, she found out that Minnie Trump was going to be there. She felt that was disrespectful to Donald.
Wow. You know, it sounds like Trump got mad and said, "You're not going."
But Minnie Trump sounds like a fun kind of thing.
You got to see him.
It was a Minnie Howard.
No. You got to see him.
It's an ugly wig.
Tear down the Trump rep.
Yeah, there's nothing funny. It's funny, but it's not in any way honoring Mr. Trump.
Wow.
So now I'm in this car, and I'm coming back from the gig, and one of the Oompa Loompas does midget cage fighting in his spare time.
Yeah.
And he's got a thick Southern accent, too. I don't know, him and Minnie Trump started to get into an argument, and he's like, I'm in the car, and he goes, listen, motherfucker, I will knock you down. I will fucking punch you in the head and knock you down.
Yeah, they always fight.
And so Minnie Trump goes, yeah, fuck you. I dare you. So now they're going to beat the shit out of each other, and I'm going, at least let me get the video on my phone.
Yeah.
And then also Minnie Trump sort of figures out that he can't take this guy.
Right.
As a glue said, I don't want to fight. And the guy goes, fuck you. You're a dead man. When we get in this car, I'm going to fucking kill you. And I'm like, I just want to get to where I'm going and not be involved in like midget fighting. And then they were backstage at Artie's show, and he just kept tormenting Minnie Trump. He was just trying to like mentally torment them. As soon as you walk out that door, you're a dead motherfucker. And the guy goes, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
But you know who's adorable? Who came to the steakhouse with us? And I'm going to tell you, Gar,
I was
attracted to her.
Me too.
There's a mini Britney Spears.
Wow.
Oh, yeah?
And she's a midget.
Wow.
But very nice. Her face is really pretty. She was sitting there. I said, is that maybe, I thought it was Beecher's girlfriend. I'm like, well, she looks a little short, but it looks like she's really got a pretty
little short.
face.
She's a midget.
No, but even Howard, I have a picture of her.
Are you saying you'd fuck a midget?
Totally.
I'm saying I'd fuck this chick. I'd fuck Minnie
got a
Britney.
picture of her?
I have a picture of her. Hey, guys, it's right behind where I keep Howard's mail.
What's wrong with that?
But you can't tell.
That's how they're introduced, though. I mean, this is Minnie Britney.
Yeah.
You should buy her for your new house.
In the picture, it's not so obvious that she's a little person.
Really?
Do you know what I mean?
Let me see that. JD, would you fuck Minnie Britney Spears?
Would I? Yes, I would have, actually. I would have fucked anything that last weekend.
I don't know, but she's got the whole midget thing going.
I didn't see the midget thing. I didn't see the picture.
I don't know.
She was very nice, and you know what?
I mean, I just feel, she's...
You couldn't do that, huh?
Oh, yeah, I got the same picture.
Let me see.
Well, you know what? She's cuter than in the picture.
Does she have those little fat legs?
Yeah, she's a midget. But she's on her iPhone constantly texting.
Gary left out a huge part when he had to go to dinner with Dan the Song Parody Man and JD.
Yeah.
Gary was going around saying that Dan the Song Parody Man was torturing him with bad stories. I
wasn't saying that. Everybody was saying that.
Oh, yeah?
You know what?
Is Dan boring?
He's a good guy, but Dan is like one of those guys where...
You don't want to go to dinner with him.
Dan has the greatest story about anything. If you go, hey, listen, guys, we got to get out of here. It's 10 after 11. I have the greatest story about 10 after 11. And it always starts with him getting laid. Right. I was fucking some broad, and it was 10 after 11. And these stories, they go on, and they have no point. And then I was telling Artie...
He's like Chuck Zito, but not nearly believable.
And then he's got a thing where I think Dan wants to be a stand-up comedian.
Right.
Well, he is. He's doing it. He's
what he does is he writes material, and then he tries to sort of slip it into regular conversation.
To see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. And everybody knows that's what he's doing. So I said, yeah, I love that show. I love that show, Weeds. I think Weeds is a great show. And he goes, here's the deal. I can't watch a show if there's another show with the same name. I can never watch Weeds because there was a movie called Weeds. Like, if there were another Star Wars, I couldn't watch that. We all look at each other and go, alrighty then.
The most annoying thing
a
young comic can do is do that. Clearly try shit out.
Yeah, go ahead, Ralph.
No offense, but I find it totally hilarious that Gary can't shut up for 2 minutes. Like, you can't sit and watch a movie. You got to have Nick come up.
I know, it's weird.
I was there for hours.
But, Gar,
So what?
who needs Nick to sit and watch TV with you?
Well, we were going to go do something. No, what happened was Nick and I hooked up. We were going to go do something.
You're in Vegas.
Shopping. Go shopping where? You see what those they're fucking shit malls.
I'm not for shopping.
It's either Cartier or like fucking sequin dresses.
See, what I don't understand is, I'm like, why not gamble? That's my mentality, though.
I did. I finished the Billy Crystal book in 2 hours.
Oh my God.
700 Sundays. Done.
God.
Read all my magazines. Watched.
I don't even understand the word boredom.
Watch Mr.
When you
Brooks.
say you were bored, I don't get it.
Vegas is about the last place you could be bored, I think.
Well, you can be if you can't go down to the pool and
Go
you
get a
don't
massage,
and you don't
work out.
Okay, great, perfect example.
Yeah, work
Tried
out.
to get a massage. Right, they were all booked up. Tried to go to the Art of Shaving in the mall. I figure, all right, I'll get a shave. What the fuck? I go on Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. A woman goes, "Yeah, we can get you in on Sunday." The place was packed. So anything that you tried to do that was remotely fun.
How about the
yeah,
gym?
right. I'm gonna go to the gym. Fuck you.
Why? What's wrong with the gym?
If I didn't bring
Take
my
a job.
gym clothes. If I hadn't started
bring 'em.
working out, I'm not gonna start there. I'm in fucking Vegas to have fun.
Yeah, but you sit in a room with Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah, but you wound
Nick's a
up,
good guy.
sitting
We
I
had
in
know,
the
but
room with Nick.
I mean, what fun is that?
But I mean, you guys think you have all the answers. Like, go to the mall, go to this. I tried to go
Dude,
and do
I'm
stuff.
never bored in my life. I don't understand. There's just not enough hours in the day.
Well, that's you.
I mean,
That makes you you.
You're just a computer. I could be on that for 10 hours.
I was on that for hours. Answered all my emails, looked up stuff on the web.
But then you still had hours to kill?
I did.
Oh, my God.
Can't you just go down
I
and play
love that you
blackjack?
guys think this is so funny, Ralph. You should live on boredom. You don't do anything.
But he's not bored.
I'm not bored.
I know, because he has no goals. How can you be bored when you have nowhere to be?
Write a book.
What was your goal? I mean, what's goals? That's silly.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's silly.
don't understand being bored. It's beyond. You know, my
It's a
mother always
retarded
says,
conversation.
I would go in my room for hours and just think, and it would excite me.
You know what the thing, and here's the thing, and Gar, I mean this as a compliment. You're not a Vegas guy in the sense you're not a gambler. You know what I mean? It's like you're married now. What are you going to do? I mean, Vegas.
Artie's saying you're no fun.
No. I'm saying he's not going to go.
I'm in a relationship.
He's not going to go get a whore.
Okay, so we're not going the whore route, but I could go to Vegas by myself and never be bored.
Instead of calling a horse,
First
you
of
have to
all,
call
I bring
Nick
my
DiPaolo.
laptop with
Right.
me. You know, I love chess, so if I ever have a
But
down
I don't
moment,
play- that's
I read
not my
chess
hobby.
books. All right, get a hobby. Do you have any interests?
Of course I have interest. I
Like
read
what?
I read like crazy. I love to watch
So then
movies.
read. Bring a ton of
Yeah,
books.
there were no bookstores. He
You
couldn't
can
get another
luxuriate.
book.
First time, your kids aren't around, Mary's not around, you got hours to yourself. Lay in bed, read,
I did
order
all
room
of but
service.
Understand? I did all of that.
But Gary,
I did all of that.
That takes hours and hours to do it.
And I did it.
You have no interest that
I'm
take
up at
hours?
6 in the morning. There's nothing to do. I don't have to be
Oh,
anywhere
my
till
God,
8 o'clock
you're such
at
a
night.
Fucking
Oh,
Take a
fuck
sleeping
you.
pill.
an empty vessel.
Look at empty vessel. You're a fucking empty vessel.
I don't know. Shower.
I could sit and play chess. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm getting a fucking soft
But
on
at
for
least,
that.
but I don't sit bored.
I mean, God
I'm
Almighty.
not begging Nick
chess is-
DiPaolo.
Chess. You think that things that we do is frivolous, but chess is like. It's as frivolous as watching a football game.
it's not.
If you enjoy it, it's fine for you, but don't make everyone else think they're missing out on something important.
It's very
Oh,
important.
you're smarter than us because you play
mentally.
chess.
Look, there you. No, but go find something that's comparable. No, there's Gary sitting and bored, picking his belly button.
Boy, Gary got fat.
Yeah, he did. There's Sal has the Gary mask on. He's just sitting there picking his nose and looking at his watch.
By the way, you should talk to Sal about his weekend.
What went on with Sal?
Oh, he's such a piece of work. Oh my God.
What went on there?
They did a show in town on Friday night, right?
This story is extraordinary.
It's extraordinary. They did it. So the Killers of Comedy do a
The
show.
mask just came off. Sal's coming in.
They do a show in town on Friday night. Afterwards, they go to a strip club, right?
Who's they?
I guess all the guys that Levy and Sal and Ronnie, all the guys that came to see the
Not
Killers.
Florentine, he's taken.
So Sal's wife came to see the show, so she ends up at the strip club with him. She starts drinking. The way Sal, Sal's gonna blame everything on everybody. Ronnie kept pouring drinks down her throat, like he
Maybe he
kidnapped her.
forced her.
She gets so drunk.
Yeah.
that
Wait a minute. Let's backtrack a little bit. Just so, I get it right and I don't get in trouble,
Right. Let Sal tell the story.
I figured, things I've had a rough time with my wife. I'm going to take her out and make her part of the crew, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, you know, she had a good time. I went to the bar. She sat with Ronnie. Ronnie's pouring drinks.
That's
down
what she wants, to be part of the crew.
I want to make her feel like she's...
What do you mean Ronnie's pouring drinks down her throat? Ronnie's giving her drinks and she's drinking them.
Right. Well,
Everybody's a fucking victim in your story.
He didn't hold her down.
No. Okay, Ronnie's pouring drinks down her throat, and she's enjoying it. And she's enjoying it.
Pouring drinks down her throat.
You know, they're drinking together. He got her a lap dance. I'm not complaining.
Right.
You know, he got her a massage. They're having fun. I'm happy that my wife, for once in her life, is happy with me.
Okay. She wasn't happy with you. She was happy with Ronnie.
Yeah, she was happy. She was away from me, and Ronnie was making her happy. And I was happy that Ronnie was doing it. So I'm at the bar, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward. Everybody's bullshitting. It's 1:45. We got to catch a 2:07 train. There's 6 of us. They go into the car. I go get my buddy Chris, who came with us. I go to get Chris. I can't find him. He's out getting his, you know, dance or whatever. I finally find him. I go, Chris, we got to go. He goes, let me finish my dance. I go, all right, 2 more minutes. I'm waiting for him. I get a phone call. It's my buddy Ian in the car with my wife. There's 4 of them. He goes, we're in the car. We got to go. I said, go. I'll catch the next cab behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. This is where it all starts. I got a lot of drinks in me. I'm not really keeping track of time. As he's getting a dance, a girl comes over and goes, I'd like to give you a dance. I said, well, you know, I could get in the car, get behind them. What's 5 more minutes? So that dance goes by. But when that dance ends, Chris happens to get another dance I have to wait for him. And I said, I figured it out. I go, I could still do this. I could get in a cab right away. I'll give this guy an extra $10. We'll get right in, and I'll catch the train. One thing leads to another. I look down at my watch. I missed the train. I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I talked to Chris. I go, Chris, we missed the train. He goes, don't worry. We could catch it at 2:35. He goes, this is what we'll do. We get 2 more dances, and you call your wife up and say you're on the train behind her.
Right.
I go, perfect. I'm 15 minutes behind. We get a couple of dances. I start doing some shots with him.
Oh, my goodness.
And I kind of black out. All of a sudden, I'm on the couch. Yeah, I'm on the couch, and my phone is buzzing in my pants. I think it's a phone call. It's not. It's a voicemail. I pick it up. It goes, I hear, Sal, I'm on the train with your wife, and she's throwing up all over the place. Where are you? So I go, holy shit. I turn to Chris. I panic. I jump up. I turn to Chris. I go, dude, we got to catch the 2:35. We got it. He goes, 2:35. He goes, it's 3:45. I go, oh my God. I look at my voicemail. That phone call came in at 2:40. No, 2:20.
Oh,
She's already home already. So now it's 4:40 in the morning.
Jesus.
3:45 in the morning. I go, Chris, what do we do? He goes, well, we're stuck here. We don't have any trains, so we waited till the place closed, and we got a ride home. I got home at about 6:15 in the morning.
Oh, my God.
So you missed your wife's illness.
Yeah, I missed everything.
Of course.
She's laid out on the bed. She's got red maraschino cherries crammed around her lips from throwing them up, I guess, from the drinks.
Wow.
He said she had alcohol poisoning.
And, you know, so the thing is, you know, don't drink when you go out with your wife to a strip club.
Oh. Is that the moral?
No, here's the moral. Don't bring your wife to a strip club.
That's why you're Howard Stern. You got it.
I mean,
So,
what are you doing? What is it, Ron?
Well, I told him that right from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, what is
When
that?
we were at the comedy club, I said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's idiotic.
Ron's disgusted.
He did. Ronnie was looking
And then I said to him, I said, nothing, Sal. I said, you know, don't bring 100 people with you to the strip club. Right. What does he do? He brings half of Hicksville with him.
No,
half of Long Island came to the strip club.
Wait a minute. I brought 6 people with me, and then other people came. I said to the guy in the front, I told Ron only 6.
Who were those other 2 guys who wound up there at the end?
The interns.
No. Yeah, how'd they wind up there?
They were at the show, and they found out we were going to the club, but they came in, they paid. Everybody was a gentleman. Nobody was breaking balls or anything.
No, dude, I'm not saying that.
All I'm saying is this, is that it happened with me. I tried to give my wife a good time, and I really...
Now, wait a minute. Now, let's get something straight. I wasn't pouring any drinks down, Christine.
She was drinking.
Yeah.
Every time she'd finish, she was drinking, I could tell you, she was drinking orange vodka with 7-Up. And every time the glass was almost empty, she would be going, I need another drink. And I don't care where my husband is. Where is my husband? But I don't care where he is. Because he was half the night, he was nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
we didn't even know where he was.
With your wife
What are
and
you
you
doing?
weren't with her
I knew where I was, Howard.
You guys are doomed.
I knew where I was.
And then, wait, the best part was
taking a leak.
the shot girl comes over with a straight vodka in the bottle. And she's sitting there doing shots, one after the other.
Wow.
My wife does. I see. This is a different side of my wife that I
But
never
why didn't
saw.
you hang with her?
I did, but I wanted her to have fun.
But get some dances with her and let her maybe get some lesbo action.
I did. I mean, Ronnie was
you did.
the maitre d' of pussy that night.
You know where to be found. You
Ronnie was hanging out with her more than
and I was happy
Dude,
for her
you're
because.
finished.
Listen to me. When
It's
I go
over.
Hold on, Howard,
you were
please.
like, great, Ronnie's taking her off my hands.
Sal's mad that he got to see a side of his wife that only the emotional friend got to see.
Dude, that was a perfect time. Maybe you could have gotten something going with her.
Well, when she stood up and started wobbling, I knew I wasn't getting laid at home, so it didn't matter hanging out extra 20 minutes
more
a
lap
day.
dances.
Howard, the other annoying thing that she kept doing, I was getting a lap dance, and right in the middle of it, she's like, "Wow, wait till your girlfriend hears about this one."
Oh,
she was judging lap dances and stuff.
She's a
I was
spy.
like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
You know what, Howard? Jackie used to say it all the time. He said, never bring the wives behind enemy lines.
So the next day, Howard, she can't talk.
She loves lap dancing.
Her throat was so swollen from vomiting all night that she couldn't talk.
Not only vomiting.
Well, hey, perfect girl.
It was perfect for me because she couldn't bitch and moan at me for not. So I mean, but I called a doctor. I had a doctor come over, checked her out. He got her some steroids to bring the swelling down. I got her some soda. I was like the Florence Nightingale of this pain in the ass for the whole day.
She Roger Clemens?
But the thing is that since she couldn't talk to me, I called my buddy Ian. I go, when she was throwing up on the train, what was she saying? He said she was throwing up and going, "Bleh. If I had a job right now, that cocksucker would be out of here."
Oh,
she said it?
really? That sucks.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I said to her last night, we were laying in bed. I go, I heard that when you were thrown up, you said if you had a job, I'd be out of here. And she looks at me, she goes, honey, she goes, I take care of the kids, I drive the bus. She goes, I got 2 jobs and you're not leaving. So I'm like, all right, I don't know.
Kind of romantic.
It was almost like the mafia. Final handshake.
You want to hear the real?
But I bet you she looked good.
Yeah, she looked
She's
great.
loaded. You could hook her in with another chick with a lap dance, and he could have had a nice night
And you
with
know
his
what?
wife.
The first lap dance she got, she was totally not into it. As the night went on,
And the drinking went on.
and she got then she got a massage.
Right.
And she loosened up.
You could have worked her.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right.
But she wasn't that drunk, not for Ron.
But now,
Come
really?
on.
I know what you
could've
mean.
worked
So
her.
anyway, so the point I'm bringing out is she's having a great time. He's nowhere to be found. So at one point she goes, I go to her, Christine, you don't look so good. She goes, the room is starting to go spin around in circles. So I go to him. I go, I finally find him. I go, I think you better take her home because she's really messed up. He goes, nah. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all right. So she goes. I go to stand her up, and it's like she couldn't even walk. So I had to walk into the bathroom.
And then Ronnie gets stuck.
Then I walk into the bathroom. I walk her back, and then I go, Sal, you got to get her out of here. Okay.
I did. And
Wait. So he gets her outside. He gets her in the cab with the friends.
And he leaves her.
Yeah, I just told that story. Right.
So I leave like 15, 20 minutes later, and I figured I want to see. I called him on his cell phone to see how she was. He goes, I don't know. I heard she threw up in Penn Station. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I'm still at the club.
You're talking to a guy in the club when you're in the club.
He was still in the fucking club.
I wasn't throwing up. I was in perfect condition.
Thank you, Rombo.
And I want to thank.
Thank you, Sal.
I want to thank headquarters too. Wonderful place.
I still think it's funnier that Gary is born in Vegas.
If I could get one good thing out of this.
What do you think was funny, Ralph?
That Gary is bored in Vegas.
Yeah, he's bored in Vegas. The only fucking moron who's bored in Vegas. I mean, I wish I was in Vegas. It's unbelievable. Gary's unbelievable. I'm bored, Wolf. I can't think of a thing to do in Vegas.
What do I do now?
That's like the entertainment capital of the world.
I'm sat in my room. I mean, and by the way, the guy's always busy with his kids and his wife. He finally had time to himself.
Hold on. If you're going to talk, let me get a fucking word in.
Now, fuck you.
Ralph's such a legend. Look, what is there to do at 11 in the morning in the entertainment capital of the world?
What's there to do? You know what, Gary?
Let Ralph answer. He's a fucking authority.
All right, you could do 9 million things. You could go shopping. You could go to...
You can't go shopping there.
Gary, his passion is shopping. His passion is working out. You are passionless.
He doesn't shop in Vegas.
I always told that about
you. He
you.
shop without your credit card.
They got some of the best shopping in the world. Again, they got every store there. Every store you go.
I've never seen a store.
But Gary, that's his passion. Artie's passion is gambling. People have passions. I mean, you're sitting in a room twiddling your thumbs.
Passion that I could bring to Vegas. I apologize.
It's called playing blackjack. I could do that for 15 fucking hours straight. Poker.
But you won't listen. You're not going to play blackjack for 15 hours straight if you're losing, Howard. You of all people.
All right, I would stop, and then I would go do something else. I'd read a book. You're there without your wife and kids for once. You have a free day. Fucking walk around. Just fucking read a book.
Why was it so horrible to have dinner with Teddy and JD?
Oh, please.
He's better than
I'm going to lock you in a room with those two, Robin, and you'll see Gary.
That I understand.
Howard, Artie, and Robin, three of the most antisocial people on television.
Gary, I've never.
Gary, I'm saying
the reason I'm antisocial, I'm so fascinated by myself. I don't need anyone.
But you go talk to your shrink about how fascinated you are about yourself.
I do. And you know what, Gary? Thank God for it. My mother would say I would be in my room for a day. They wouldn't even see me. I sat there by myself. I loved it.
I was the same way. I could announce a whole baseball game in my head where I was the hero.
I was at Super Bowl last night by myself. It was the best thing ever.
Yeah, and then you got a little bored. You called me for a few seconds, and that's it.
But
I mean, how is this guy so bored?
But in Gary's defense, like Vegas is the entertainment capital for someone who's not married with 3 kids, faithful to their wife, and doesn't gamble. I mean, it's like, you know. Plus, it's not hot there right now. It's freezing.
If he's bored, he could spend at least a few hours brushing those teeth. I don't know. All right, hey,
there's
Ralph,
no winning.
There's no winning.
By the way, this weekend I was this close to Peter Dinklage.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I don't know
that
who that
actor, the little person actor.
You were with a classy midget.
Train station.
And you're attracted to him.
Yeah. And then they told me I was in the wrong aisle, that I needed to go another aisle over, so I never got to speak to him.
You didn't say, hey, I'm attracted to you, even though you're a midget?
No, and he was alone.
See, that's how I know you're more sophisticated than I am. Like, somehow you were with Peter Dinklage. I was with Minnie Trump.
Hey, real quick, I just want to get to this because there's a bunch of things to get to. Benji also was, by the way, and Jim Florentine and you, did you work it out? Remember if you remember on our last show before the break, Jim had on his webpage.
It wasn't on his webpage. It was on some college message board or something. It was an ad that had been put there by his agency. It was.
So in other words, you two are still tight.
We're fine.
Did you watch the Super Bowl with him?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did? Oh.
That's big. That's big.
That's
big?
Where, at his place?
No.
Your place?
No.
Where? Did you go to a bar?
No.
A hotel?
No.
Oh, my God. You were in a hotel.
I was not in a hotel.
A tete-a-tete? You know what, Howard?
Like, did you guys make it fun for this? Like, what were you doing, like, during Super Bowl? Like,
we were at his brother's house.
Oh.
You know what, Howard? I'm gonna ask her something, and this is gonna prove how close they are.
Oh, here we go.
Who is Jimmy Florentine's favorite football team?
The Miami Dolphins.
Oh my God, she does know him. She does know.
She didn't even know that about Mr. X. She was with him 7 years.
Wow, he's a Dolphin.
You were at Jim's brother, which he has like 17 brothers, right?
Right.
Does his brother look like him?
There's a family resemblance.
Was the brother nice to you?
Yes.
So it's you, Jim, and the brother. And
No, it was his whole family.
Oh.
My God. We have a winner.
What do you mean his whole family? Like who?
His mother, all of his brothers and sisters.
His mother?
And nieces and nephews.
So he took you to meet his mother?
No, he took me to the Super Bowl party.
A Super Bowl party with his mother. What do you call his mother? Mom?
No, I called her by her first name.
What's her first name?
Diane.
Diane. And did you two have like girl talk in the kitchen and shit?
No, we didn't spend a lot of time talking to each other.
Was she into you, or was she like not getting
She was
your
very
whole
sweet.
thing?
She came out to greet me when I first got there.
Do you think
Said
they liked
hello.
you? Because if they don't, that could kill things.
I think they liked me.
What'd you wear? Did you show the titties?
Oh, here we go.
The kick is up, the kick is no good, we got a dundee.
Jim, did your mom see the titties?
Nah, she told embarrassing stories about how big my balls were when I was born.
Oh, God. That is embarrassing.
So we snuck away during halftime. I entered her end zone.
So, like, you were a couple with his mom there. Wow, that's a big... Come on, don't downplay this. You know that's big. Were you nervous?
Well, sure. Meeting a person's entire family, sure.
Mom, whatever you do, don't fart in front of her.
Did you hold hands in front of the mom?
What?
Did you hold hands in front of the mom?
That's a yes.
No, we didn't hold hands in front of his mom.
Why not?
But I felt her up in front of my brother.
Did you kiss him in front of the mom?
No, I don't go around kissing people in front of
Did he have his
people.
arm around you during the game?
We held hands during the game.
Oh.
And she was wearing a skirt.
What?
She was wearing a skirt.
I guarantee Florentina's never held hands with a broad through the Super Bowl.
That's
This is big.
Did you wear a little mini sundress?
No, I was wearing
Like little Annie
pants.
Fanny, like everything pouring out?
No.
All your assets on display? You have to think about what you're going to wear in front of his mom, right?
She looks like she had 2 Vince Lombardi trophies in her top.
Wow, big step, Robin.
Don't be ridiculous.
Didn't realize. Super Bowl with Jim's family and the mom. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you
here
go in
we
the
go.
kitchen with the girl? Like he has sisters, I guess.
Yes.
Did you go in the kitchen with the sisters and the mom and like bond with them?
Well, I sat with his sisters and we talked for a while. Yeah.
Even while the game was on?
No,
like the girls
no.
get bored?
Once the game started, we just watched the game.
But beforehand, like you sat there with them and you were polite and like listened to their fucking bullshit.
Oh, they were great people. It
Yeah.
wasn't like torture. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is serious.
Yeah, I didn't know we were up to this. This is really escalating.
I was like, this must be serious.
What do you
Nigga had
make
me
of that?
voting and shit.
What do you make of that?
I think this is a wonderful little romance.
Would you put 78,000 on that whole thing working?
No.
Look at this with the
I think
families.
There's great
Families.
There's great love in the air.
The whole 𝗦𝗵ici𝗄.
The whole mishpuka.
Yeah, that Italian term, mishpuka.
Wow.
It was a Super Bowl party.
It was a super love party.
That's amazing.
I got to ask Robert a question, and this isn't about you and Jimmy at all. It's a favor.
Oh.
We're doing a bit on the show, and I need one more couple. Would you guys play the newlywed game against
They'll
George?
win.
George Takei? No, George Takei and Brad.
No, they've been together 5,000 years.
Give it a
And
shot.
Blue Iris and her husband. Would you play an Evil Dave and his girlfriend? Would you
Me
do
and
a fourth
Dana
couple?
did good after only a few months
Yeah.
together.
I
That's
think
when you
could
know
do it.
shit about each other.
Robin, don't be afraid. Do it. Don't be afraid.
Doing that.
Wow.
I guess you just don't care about this show. Oh, that's how you were raised.
Wow. The mother.
I mean, that's it. You're meeting you know.
Wow. He brought you home to the mother. This is serious.
It was
I think proposal's going to be happening soon.
You kidding?
Please.
We're moving fast track here.
This shit is serious.
You're not kidding.
You know,
I'm
you
like,
keep,
damn, it looks like they're hiring up on that motherfucker.
you keep carrying on. Like, just
Wow.
because you're doing it, everybody has to do it. I don't
Wow.
have to
You do whatever
that.
you want.
I'm jealous. The only relationship I can make work is with a whore. Honestly, that's the best I've had.
Stop.
Is this woman that I like, you
So
know,
marry her.
I may do it.
Valentine's Day proposal out of the question?
Wow.
That would be fast.
You mean me and the whore?
No. Jimmy
Yeah,
and
maybe
Robin.
you and Artie.
Mary Ann from Brooklyn, go ahead.
Robin, when I see Jim smile, Robin, I cannot believe it. You know what I got to ask you, Robin?
What?
I think that you should play that newlywed game because you probably know more about Jim than you ever knew about Mr. X. You have to, Robin.
You got a 0 with Mr. X.
That's right. We matched on
Robin,
nothing.
do it for me. This is a hot moment of the year. Forget Howard and Bethel. It's Robin and Jim.
I would like to monitor at this point, even if it's not a newlywed game, but just how much Jim knows about you. Like, I could ask him questions.
Knowing the Dolphins would
I mean, the fact that you know the Dolphins, which indicates to me you know him, but does he know you? I bet you he does. We got to find out. How many weeks you been going out with him? How many months?
6.
6 months?
It has been 6 months?
Is it really 6 months?
It's
I think it was August, Robin. August, September, October, November, December, yeah, August.
All right. 6 months.
Marion from Brooklyn's Advent calendar.
Does he know you well enough to get 10% or 20% of the questions right?
You have to.
I don't know.
Well, you're a betting woman. Come on.
He knows.
All right, Gary, book the Jim Florentine game. I want to see what he knows.
Does he know you well enough to get 10 or 20% of your net worth?
Do you two have like a secret anniversary date? Like, you know, like when you officially really started going out, like something like gay like that? Do you have that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What is your date?
I'm not telling.
Oh, come on. What's your anniversary? What is your anniversary?
It's a secret.
Why, Robin? Do you think we'd make fun of it or something?
We wouldn't make fun of that. Wow. The mother.
Mother.
Does he
Super
look
serious on Super Bowl Sunday.
super
Robin.
serious?
I'm dying, Robin.
Is this the first time you met his mother?
Yeah.
How about brothers, sisters? Have you met them before?
I met one brother before.
6 months in and already meeting the parents?
This is serious.
This is serious. It is. Let's be honest.
I'm being honest.
You ain't bringing, you know, just anyone home to that party.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And this girl's
Well,
presentable.
I'm acceptable. I can
That's what I
hang
said.
in,
This
in a
girl's presentable. I said.
right.
So
You ain't no Condoleezza.
Doesn't mean anything. I'm good to take home.
She can't lie to my supervisor. He ain't sick. He's drunk. Give me the phone, bitch.
well, Robin, good for you.
Good for me.
And you would say it went well. Any awkward moments?
No,
And you think they liked you?
I like them.
Do you think they were disturbed by the fact that you are an interracial couple?
No,
You don't think it was an issue?
No.
You don't think there was talk afterwards?
no.
𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍. Nothing like that.
How about his?
No,
I know his
very
brother.
You
courageous
didn't
family.
sense that racial divide.
No, not at all.
I know his brother a little bit, and he didn't slip up and go tackle that little guy.
He would never do. You're making a joke, right?
Of course,
Yeah.
not Jim, his brother, and it was a
Right.
joke anyway about his brother.
You don't even know the brother.
I do know him, but he'd never do that.
Okay. Did they ask to touch your hair? Oh, you have such different hair. Nothing like that.
Can we see your extra bone?
Happened.
Did anyone like bring up black stuff to show how liberal they were? Like, you know, we really
nothing
love black
like that.
people.
Nothing.
Hey, Mom, bring out that carving of Marcus Garvey.
Right.
Remember that episode of Good Time?
What's up?
I gotta ask Robin. Robin, have you met Jim's friend Crackfinger?
No.
Jim has this friend. I met him at Rocklahoma, and he's famous for when people pass out at parties. He sticks his finger in his own ass and puts it up to people's nose to wake them up. And he's like one of Jim's best friends. So I was wondering-
Jim dumped that guy, I bet, when he started dating Rob.
I'm sure he's taking that guy home.
I want to introduce you to Crackfinger.
Robin ain't meeting Crackfinger ever.
Mom,
his
here's
friend-
Crackfinger.
And Crackfinger was so funny at Rocklahoma. He was doing this thing I've never seen
I
before.
even love Rocklahoma.
Washing?
No, well, he had gym shorts on. He was drinking a beer. He'd lift his gym shorts up and piss everywhere while he was walking.
Nothing like a guy who does that.
Man,
Robin,
he's my favorite.
You haven't seen any side of him like that yet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You'll meet Crackfinger one of these days.
yeah.
Yeah. Marry Jim, you'll meet Crackfinger.
Crackfinger.
He's the man with the smelly touch.
Crackfinger will be your probably his best man.
Oh my God! And this was the greatest thing Crackfinger ever did.
Oh.
We were on the plane to Rocklahoma, flying to Tulsa. Crackfinger had a massive zit on his forehead,
right?
Like a white pussy zit. He goes into the bathroom before me, and I go in the bathroom after him. There's white pus covering the mirror in the bathroom.
What is with these guys?
And he had to wear a big Band-Aid on his forehead the whole weekend.
Boy, that ain't the Jim you know, huh?
No.
You got this refined Jim.
Well, this isn't Jim. This is Crackfinger,
No,
his friend.
but like that's what Jim likes.
Yeah. Oh, Jim loves Crackfinger.
Right. And yet Robin doesn't even. If Robin met Crackfinger, that would even be bigger than the mother. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
then
what it
it's
is.
serious if you meet Crackfinger.
All right, thank you. I got to take a break. This Jim that she's with discusses Nietzsche and Plato with her.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to the theater.
By the way, Crispus Attucks, one of my favorites.
I think Howard can comprehend boredom. Like,
I have no idea. I guess I guess his brain operates at such a higher level than all of us that he can't fathom boredom.
What do you think he would have been doing?
Playing chess, which is clearly not boring.
So, are you in the doghouse now?
Oh, yeah. I've been in the doghouse.
And do you blame Ronnie for all this?
No, not at all. Ronnie was a good sport. He was looking out for her and having fun, you know.
Yeah, you said he was pouring drinks down her throat. If he
Yeah,
wasn't doing
I shouldn't
that.
have put it. No, I shouldn't have put it that way. It sounds like he had her in the corner. They were drinking. They were having fun drinking together. She was drinking on her own. You know, so it was nice that Ronnie was around to let me know that she was getting sick, because I had no idea.
If he wasn't there, you wouldn't know anything about it?
If Ronnie wasn't there, I don't know what would happen. I probably wouldn't even be here right now. I'd probably be dead. You know. So, he was the savior of the night. Real gentleman, Ronnie. Thank you.
Good job, man.
No problem. No problem.
He's a good guy.
Sal let his hair down the other night.
Is there
that was the first time I saw the real Sal.
I was okay though, right?
No, I'm saying, yeah, it's the real. I saw the real Sal, man.
But hey, you didn't finish them. You said after the few more drinks, she was definitely a lot better with the dancers. She
Yeah.
She had a lot of fun with them.
She was starting to have a good time.
There was
but then she got too screwed up.
Right.
And
There was one point you said that the dancer tried to suck her nipple and she stopped, or she
That
let
was
her?
the first dance.
Oh, okay. She wouldn't let it go down.
Nah.
Right. Because everyone was saying, your wife almost got her nipples sucked. Like you know, it was like the second coming of Christ that Christine almost got her nipple. Did it come out?
I don't know.
Oh, gee.
Wait, Sal, where were you during all this?
Ronnie knew where I was.
Yeah, I knew where you were.
I was at the bar. I was really at the bar on the side there, hanging out over there, and then I would walk down, and I was talking to one of the other guys at the club, Myth, great guy. Can I say Myth?
Yeah, Myth's a good
Myth's
guy.
an awesome guy. So. I was just really bullshitting. I saw my wife having fun with Ronnie. I knew she was safe, so I'm yapping away, and that's basically it. And then before you know it, time passes by, and she's home.
Yeah, but the best part was when I called you and I thought you were with her on the train.
Right.
And then you tell me, well, I heard she threw up in Penn Station. I'm going, what do you mean you heard? He goes, I'm still here.
Is there a moral to this story?
Yes.
Leave your wife home, you don't bring them to the strip club.
That's exactly it. Alcohol, yes. Strip club, yes. Wife, no.
No questions. So you met Jim's family. That's a pretty big step, and you don't really see how that's a big deal.
No. It was a Super Bowl party. They were going to be watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but when you meet someone's
parents,
parents,
what are you going to do for Super Bowl Sunday? Come on over. We're watching the Super Bowl.
You don't think that's a big deal at all?
No.
And so no more. What about Greg Carmel?
What about Greg?
I don't know. You have a little crush on him, maybe?
He didn't invite me to watch Super Bowl.
You're becoming a veteran, man.
All right. It's awesome. This time it's about the book. And when I said I was going to be writing it, I wrote it, and got a lot off my chest. I feel like a different man.
It's called This Is Gonna Hurt, right?
And it hurt, but let me tell you, it was a little therapy that I was able to release to all my fans.
That's pretty cool.
For sure.
So excited to, sort of get inside the book with Howard and...
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the book that, I let go, and I look at it as a positive chapter of my life to turn to the next chapter. with my parents and everything. My mother did a lot for me, give me a second chance in life, and in the book it talks about it. Been through a lot of horrible things, and there was 3 choices: dead, in prison, or where I am right now. I'm at Howard Stern, so I guess I've been doing pretty damn good. So I guess I did make the right decision.
Cool, man. We'll see you inside in a few minutes.
Awesome.
Tito Ortiz is here. He dates Jenna Jameson. He is what is he, a UFC fighter, you call that? Ultimate Fighting Champion, right?
Yes, sir.
But I think he's sick of the UFC. He doesn't get paid enough money.
I don't think he likes the management anymore.
No. Look at this guy.
He's businessman today.
He's bigger
Here's
than
the
ever.
Suit.
You look like a businessman.
Yeah.
What's going on with you? You're like businessman Tito Ortiz.
All right, well, I do own a clothing company, Punishment Athletics, you know.
Is this one of your suits?
Yes.
Let me see. Stand up. Let me take a look. Model this. And what's on the tie?
Punishment.
Wow. You look
Pretty
good.
nice, huh? Thank you.
You designed that
bro.
suit? Or you just like pay someone to design that?
Both.
How you doing, man?
Really good, man. Really good.
So you're quitting UFC. Is that suicide, career suicide? Or
No, I'm not quitting. I'm just moving on to a bigger and better company, I guess you can say.
Is that the one that's doing the CBS television fights?
Possibly. That's one of those ones that no one knows the information yet.
Your point about fighting is that you guys are pulling in the kind of numbers boxing used to do on pay-per-view.
Yes.
And then when it gets time to be paid, the fighters get very little percentage of the money.
Probably about 3%, maybe, if we're lucky.
Your point is that Mike Tyson used to go on pay-per-view and make, I don't know, how many millions?
25, 30 million.
And you're not looking for 30 million,
No,
but you're
I'm
saying
just
if I
looking
can...
for a fair cut, you know.
If you can generate 30 million, maybe you'll get 10 of it.
Exactly.
So what do you think the average, now that Ultimate Fighting is even more popular than boxing, I would say, and you're one of its biggest stars, how much do you think you should be getting per fight?
You know, it ranges, you know, a percentage of, 10 to 20 to 30%, just a fair share is what it, what it deserved, I think.
What'd you get paid for on your last fight?
$210,000.
210?
Yes.
And the guy you fought got 210?
No, I think he made maybe 25,000. I'm not 100% sure.
25,000?
Uh-huh.
And how much do you think the fight generated?
I don't know. Hopefully we hit 1 million pay-per-view buys, I'm hoping.
1 million pay-per-view buys. So how much does it cost for a special? About
$50.
$50?
Yeah.
And if there's 1 million buys, I'm going to do some quick math. Give me a second.
Go ahead. It's not that hard.
Now, I know 5 and 0 is 50.
Oh,
okay,
Howard,
we start with
this
that.
is really
50
easy.
times 1 million. That's $50 million.
Good
wow.
for you.
That's pretty
All right,
good,
so it took me a
Howard?
minute. I mean, who wouldn't have to think about it? You don't want to get the wrong answer.
Yeah.
So you're saying in a fight that generated $50 million, you got paid $200,000?
Yes. We get a little piece of pay-per-view, but that's just hoping that we do 1 million pay-per-view buys.
So then you go
chance.
on the air and you're not afraid of any man, and you go on and you talk about your boss, that guy, what's his name, Dana?
I don't remember his name. I really don't.
He's at the point of not even mentioning the guy's name.
Yeah.
Are you guys involved in a lawsuit or something?
No, not at all. I'm continuing a different chapter of my life, and
wow, you won't even
He's
mention the guy's name.
erased him.
Yeah,
You're gonna pretend you don't remember this guy's name.
Yeah, no, he's. You know, Howard. I mean, when you used to be at your old radio station, you didn't like the people you worked with either. So that's why you're to a bigger and better place, like Sirius.
Right. Right.
Who
That's
did
why
you
I'm
used
going.
to work for? You don't know.
I don't remember their name.
Exactly. Same thing. I'm in the same situation.
No, I used to work for, Viacom. And I understand that. Listen.
And you spoke out. You spoke your mind, and I'm speaking my mind, and I'm in the same situation.
So are you considered a troublemaker in your industry?
Of course.
You are.
Yeah, if you don't go with the company, you're against the company.
What company are you with now?
I'm with the Tito Ortiz company.
Good idea. In other
Yes.
words, what you're saying is, if you choose to fight someone, maybe set up your own pay-per-view.
I'll be doing my own promotions, and I'll be co-promoting with possibly some other companies that have already started their businesses.
Well, who are you going to fight? That's the question, yeah.
We got to find the toughest guy possible.
Who's the toughest guy around beside yourself?
There's a bunch of guys who are very tough, You got to look at the ones who are going to sell the most tickets.
You ever lose to anyone?
Of course. Actually, I just lost 2 weeks ago, Howard. I lost a decision to a guy who ran away from me. If anybody got to see the match, he ran away from me for 3 rounds. And
you lost the decision. Do you think it was because the guys who you work for?
100%.
You did.
They put me against a guy who would run away from me and try to pick points. And anybody watched the fight, I came to fight. I tried to press the fight. There was a few times I was like, come on, man. Stop pussing out. Let's fight.
What's the best way to fight a man? Let's say I'm in the street. I've got to fight a guy. What's the most damage I can do? Sock him?
The best way
Chuck Zito told me to punch a guy in the jaw here, and you'll knock him out.
Yeah, I usually talk my way out of it. I'm like, hey,
on the street, you talk.
Yeah,
give
you
advice
have to.
pussies
Well,
like
all of
me.
a sudden, someone pulls a gun on you. You'd be pulling Matrix and stuff and be dodging bullets.
Yeah,
I don't know that move yet.
But a pussy guy like me, I get one shot at this. What's the best thing I can do in a street fight?
Talk your way out of it.
Talk my way out of it.
Of course.
Oh, boy, that always
So you
works.
got the
Yeah,
best
it
weapon
does.
already.
Well,
Yeah.
the best thing is just kill the anger right off the bat and go be positive and try to reinforce good nature around it, and you'll solve it right there.
After your last fight, you were not allowed to do a press conference after the fight. Why is that?
I thought we lived in the United States of America, right?
Yeah, we do live in the United States of America.
I thought so last time I looked, and I walked up and they're like, you can't come in. I mean, you can't come in.
Who told you can't come in?
One of the ladies who work for the UFC. And
because you're a troublemaker.
No, I'm not a troublemaker. I speak my mind, and I'm not going to hold anything back. She's like, you can't come in here. I'm like, well, you better call security, because last time I looked, this is United States of America. Went and sat down, and they'd done everything in their power trying to not let me be in there.
Who's going to be able to stop? A woman stopped you from getting up there and making your
She tried to.
Press conference, but you did get up.
Yeah, I went and sat down, and I was like, you guys got to call security because I'm not leaving. I've been to the last 11 years, over 25 press conferences after my fights, and you guys are not going to let me be in this press conference? Get security.
At the press conference, did you say, I feel I won the fight and that I was given this decision because of my business relationship with the UFC?
I didn't go that far. I'm not looking for excuses, I lost the fight, plain and simple. The guy ran away from me the whole time. I tried to, conflict with him and get a fight going. That's what we came there to entertain the fans who watched the fight, and it didn't come down to that. He ran away, picked his points, and when he scored on me is when I was out of position.
All right, fair enough. You're a brave man to get in the ring with anyone.
Thank you so much.
You, of course, everyone knows you bang Jenna Jameson on a regular basis.
It's my woman, Howard.
That is your woman?
Yes, sir.
You are not going to get married to her?
Nah, we don't need to get married. No extra pressure.
She says she wants to have children, though.
Yes, we are working on that.
You are?
Yes.
Why is there a delay?
Currently working on
Why is there a delay?
Yes.
Well, this last year we've been very, very busy. So this
Too busy to bang?
No, that's every day. Come on, Howard.
You bang her every day without a rubber?
Of course.
Okay, and you blow your load inside of her. I take it, right? Right, you don't pull out. Do you pull out? You do
I don't
not.
know. Do you pull out?
No, I wear a rubber because I don't want to get my woman pregnant. I don't want more kids. I've had 3 kids. Now, you're in a different situation.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is when you're actively trying, you're a man's man, that full load, I know you must have a huge load, a big set of balls.
That's what she said, yeah.
And you have not impregnated her yet. I would think a man of your stature, a man of your prowess, would have impregnated her on the first try.
Right.
Much as I did when I had my children.
Right.
Now,
we will. We're working,
Is it your problem or Jenna's?
I don't think it's either of our problem. It's just, there's a time for God to put us in the right position at the right time.
So you blame God?
I don't blame God. I blame God for
Are
anything.
you doing the things like taking the temperature every day so you know?
We haven't got to that point yet.
I'll
Right
take
now,
her
it's more of
temperature.
it's a fun loving, as you could say.
I see.
Right, you haven't taken her temperature yet.
Yeah, no,
Olivia,
we'll-
that can be fun too.
Yeah, right.
If you can't conceive, will you adopt?
I think the next step after that is, going having someone else possibly having a kid for us.
Surrogate.
Yes, possibly. You never
What
know.
about Robin? It's your surrogate.
I'm not a surrogate.
Robin, you actually look great. You lost a lot of weight. You look very, very good. I'm
Now,
very proud of you.
You made a statement recently that you and Jenna are now investigating Scientology.
That was you always got to find interest to something, I mean, as a kid growing up, I looked at Mormons, Christianity, Lutherans. I did through all that.
Why are you and Jenna Jameson investigating Scientology? You told me you'd come back here and tell me what you found in your investigation.
I found it's a little bit of everything that people believe in.
Yeah. So you're not a Scientologist?
No.
Are you thinking of becoming a Scientologist?
Maybe. I don't know.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Wow. E-meters, a whole thing.
Yeah, but
No, not that much. That's a little too much intense to it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a little too intense. I know. You know what? I believe in just being a good man, and treating people with respect and help others around you. And, I think God put us on this planet for that reason.
Tito, you've written an explosive new book.
Yes.
It is
I was
called,
working on it last time I was on here with you.
It's called This Is Gonna Hurt. It's in stores now. I'll tell you about Tito's book signing. I know a lot of fans want to go out and say hi to Tito.
Sure.
Is Jen in town with you for the book signing?
Yes, she is.
Will she show up to the book signing?
I think she will.
And what would she wear to the book signing? Will she wear panties?
Of course.
She's a wild girl.
Yeah, she's calmed down a whole bunch. She's a different woman. Oh, she's a totally different girl.
Why, in God's name, do you address this in the book? Why did you wait a month to bang Jenna Jameson? Explain
respect
that.
Value.
Respect.
It's respect value.
It's a woman who enjoys sexuality. You can respect a woman and bang her on the first night.
Yeah, but it's a big difference, man.
He wanted to be different.
Different?
Yeah.
Different?
Yeah.
That's what they say every day, I guess.
I
don't know.
I never want to be different.
No, with me, it's a big respect value, and I respect her a whole bunch.
Did she think you were gay because you did not have sex with her?
I hope not. Jeez.
It probably made her crazy.
I'd be the toughest gay guy in the world, that's for sure. Wow.
Why, you don't think there are any gay men in the UFC?
Of course there is. I think that one guy who I don't like might be gay. Oh, wait, he's married.
There you go. So you're wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you say in your book, too, you cheated on your first wife.
Yes.
You did. You admitted that.
Yes.
That's not an easy thing to admit.
It was, when I wrote this book, the reason was I had a lot of skeletons in the closet, a lot of built-up aggression towards my parents, and it was time for me to get my therapy out.
Why the aggression to the parents?
Because, at a young age, from the age of 6 to about 13, seeing them using heroin and being around gangs and the stuff that I got subdued to at a very young age, I shouldn't have been there, and I had a lot of anger towards my parents because of what they put me through. And my mother wrote me a letter when I was 25. She actually took me away from my father, and we moved back to Huntington Beach, and she got clean. And that's when I got back into wrestling and stuff, and that's what saved me. And I got to thank my mother for her for being a complete heroin addict, to cleaning herself up and changing her whole lifestyle because of me for my future. I thank her 100%,
Well, yeah, I mean, the heroin addiction is a pretty strong grip, and the fact that she did something for you as opposed to herself.
I mean, she was with my father for 15 years, and that's very unselfish of her to do what she did and, give me a second chance at life.
Let me understand something, Tito. So you're saying when you were growing up, your mom and dad were both on heroin?
Correct.
And they abandoned you?
Pretty much, I would be there to be fed, have clothes on my back to get to school. I never brought people over my house because I was embarrassed, because we were living either in a trailer park or living in a motel, or, it's just...
Would you go home and see your mom shooting up? And so, I mean, would she try to conceal it from you?
Yeah, they try to conceal a little bit, but, you smell the matches burning. I mean, to this point in my life, I can't stand sulfur at all.
Right.
Sulfur smell, it drives me freaking nuts.
It's funny, you could have either gone either way. You could have become a heroin addict and joined in on the action, or rebelled, and you were a strong-minded man enough to say, I'm not going to take this and make this my lifestyle.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there was a point in my life, there was 3 choices I had to make, be dead or in jail.
Right.
Be in gangs and on drugs.
Right.
Or be where I am right now. Well, I'm sitting here in Howard Stern's show, and I've came a long way in my life. I'm living the American dream. People say that you're destined to greatness when you are. Well, no, you take choices in your life to make those destinies happen.
So your father, you don't have a relationship with?
Actually, Howard, I spoke to him about 5 months ago, the first time in 6 years.
Why do you think he got in touch with you?
I got in touch with him.
I see. You had told him, no way I'm being in touch with you. You wrecked my childhood.
Yeah, it was just, I had a lot of hatred towards him, and it's time to really suck it up and face your anger and face your demons. And, I went and sat and talked to him for about a good 3 to 4 hours, and,
Did you ever beat him up?
He quit on us. He quit on us.
Did you ever beat him up?
Never.
Never punched him in the face?
Never. Never.
You wanted to?
No, never did.
Think that's why you were a great fighter? You were really punching your dad? And
I was a great fighter because I have my older brothers, Marty and Jim and Mike, who used to beat my ass every single day.
In a way, if they beat your ass and you fight back, you become a great fighter.
I remember my brother Marty, I remember asking him, I'd be crying, what do you beat me up for? He's like, so you could be a tough kid and you take care of yourself when you get older. And I was like,
gee, what a nice guy.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I think they're
But now I look at him now. Look at now. One of the baddest guys in the earth. So I'm doing something right.
Yeah, well, I suppose. But that's a painful childhood.
Now, did your father's clean now and all?
My father is clean. When I spoke to him, he looked awesome. He looked really, really good. My mother's been clean for, gosh, almost 16 years now. And they're both doing great.
Do you take care of your parents now?
I don't take care of
Financially?
No, I don't. I take care of my ex-wife and my son 100%. Actually, I gave all my money to him. Now it's time to start all over again.
No kidding?
Yeah.
When you say all your money, you mean half your money?
No, I mean everything.
You gave him everything you owned?
Everything. It's my son. I want to make sure. And, I have a great ex-wife. Her and Jen are really, really good friends. We actually had our birthday party.
Could never get them in bed together?
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
You would never want to be in bed with your ex-wife?
See, people are so used to, you're Jenna Jameson, the porn star.
Right, you must
she brings home girls to you. And,
but Tito, I know Jenna. And I got to tell you something. She does love women.
Not anymore. She's a different woman now, Howard.
She doesn't want to be.
She's in a different chapter of her life.
But wouldn't that excite you
No.
if Jenna was the girl who brought home a girl once in a while?
I'm selfish. I'm very jealous, too, so I'm very selfish.
Do you ever go to a strip club with her?
We've been a few times.
Okay. Does Jenna mess around in front of you with the other girls?
No, not at all.
You're kidding me.
No,
I don't buy that.
Yes, I'm serious.
You're telling me that.
We live normal lives, man. We're normal people, Jenna, like I said, she went to a different chapter of her life now, and she's over the whole porn thing. She's retired. She's done, and she wants to start a family and, do the right thing now. And she's an awesome woman, of course, Howard. You do know her. And
I like Jenna very much.
Yes.
I just would insist that she bring a girl home once in a while. I'm not going to be in a relationship with Jenna if she's not bringing a girl home once in a while.
You wanted to be in a relationship with the porn star Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I think
when I first met her, I thought the same thing too, but then that was one of those things to have sex the first night and it would have been over.
Do you think, though, she has to act like a super prude now because she was a porn star? In a way, she has to, go the opposite way to prove to you? Now all of a sudden, she's a Mormon.
No, not at all. You got to understand,
she still wears hot
Jenna's
outfits.
totally different. She's a hot outfit. She's a beautiful ass.
Was she, was she still walk around? Was she still walk around naked for you
and
let you look
all the time? Of course.
Was she masturbate in front of you?
We have fun, dude.
You do.
We're very colder with everything with each other and only with each other.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's beautiful love, we've been together for 2 years now, and Howard said, you're going to last maybe a month or 3 at the most.
I did.
So
she still does oral, though, right? She's not against that.
Of course.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, right?
I don't imagine you marry Jenna Jameson, you're in a relationship, and then she says, listen, I don't get blowjobs anymore. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, right?
I'm out of this.
Down that shop.
I mean, for God's sakes. Well, this is exciting. You got a book.
Yeah. The book's doing really good, too. I'm really happy because it was like the opposite side of it. People are so used to seeing the fighter guy that gets in the octagon and the mean 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 bad boy flipping people off and doing that. It's the kid who grew up. It's the one who grew up.
It's your life story.
I've lived through a lot, Howard. At a young age, I'm 33 years old. I'm still going to compete and fighting for another 3 more years. But it's a new chapter in my life that's turning over.
When you started dealing drugs as a kid,
yes,
was that because you saw that was the culture you were in? Your parents were
exactly.
Were your parents proud of you? In a way, heroin.
They didn't know.
Proud.
No, I kept it hid. No one knew about it. Only the people who I dealt with and so forth. I mean, we sold marijuana, and that was, just one of those things was to pay rent.
Right, I understand.
To put food on the table, and I was a thug kid who didn't understand anything at all. I learned everything I learned on myself.
How'd you get into ultimate fighting though? How did you make that transition from thug kid?
I wrestled in high school. I wrestled in college. When I got into college, there was a guy.
Got into college because of wrestling, right?
Of course. I went back to school. I wanted to get educated, and my biggest thing was to be a high school teacher, a wrestling coach.
Right.
And I wanted to help out with kids. I thought kids were. There's teachers who helped me when I was in high school, so I was like, oh, here's my chance to kind of give back.
Right.
And I started fighting with actually Tank Abbott. I was his training partner, and they made a new weight class in UFC. That was the very beginning, and it was 199 pounds. I wrestled.
Probably got paid nothing in the beginning. And got your
I
ass
fought for
beat.
free.
Right, but I'm saying it was brutal, even more brutal,
Actually,
right?
I didn't really get hit until like the third, fourth year in my competition because I was so dominant.
You got a nice set of teeth. Are those real?
Of course.
They are?
Yes.
You've never had a tooth knocked out?
No.
Unbelievable.
I'm bobbing and weaving. I'm like, you got to move out of the way a lot of
Will
positions.
you know, like Rosie O'Donnell was saying, in show business, you got to know when to get out. In ultimate fighting, you got to know when to get out.
Oh, of
Will
course.
you know?
Oh, 100%. When I start slurring my words and until that time, I guess you're too late. But, you know, I don't get hit that much. So, I mean, there's a big factor that happens there also. You know, I still have about 3 more years left of competition left in me. I mean, I am 33 years old. When I'm 36, I'm going to be done.
Time to get out.
Yeah, I'm just signed with William Morris at the beginning of the year. So the theatrical side of it is another, you know, chance of me doing that. That and promotions also.
All right.
You know, helping other fighters come up and making the next Tito Ortiz.
You've had bar fights?
When I was 19.
What did the other guy look like when you were done?
I choked him out in about 25 seconds.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I'd never assault anybody. I used to be a security at a nightclub, and all the bouncers there knew me for, you know, stopping everything really quick. And I never laid a punch on anybody. I would just snap them down, front headlock, choke, and.
What's the best martial art to learn if you're a kid starting out?
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
100%.
I mean, just high school wrestling.
High school wrestling. It'll teach you dedication, teach you sacrifice. It teach you the hard work.
What about this Gracie Jiu-Jitsu? I shouldn't be taking that?
That's, well, it's a big difference. You know, for a kid who's just coming up, I think wrestling really teaches the whole realm of a sport, you know. Right. It teaches individualism because they're doing it by themselves.
When you were wrestling, did a guy's penis ever slip out of his jockstrap while you were wrestling him?
Never.
Thank God.
Yeah,
All right.
no, thank God, right?
Tito will be.
Happened to you, obviously.
I know,
That
Howard.
happened to me, and it landed in my mouth.
That's what she
Tito,
said.
it was terrible. When's the last time you begged Jana? Jana.
I don't know, Howard. You got to use your imagination on that one.
She's a wonderful girl.
You always try to pull the best out of me, and I almost give in a little bit just because you're Howard Stern.
Will Jen ever put a finger up your ass?
I don't know. Do you like that?
You want to know something? It's not my thing. I tend to clench up.
Really?
I'll be honest with you.
I did too.
You do. You don't like it.
No.
It's not your thing. You're not that crazy, are you?
No, I'm pretty crazy, but not that crazy.
You're pretty conservative sexually.
No.
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 What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, right? I got that great montage 𝗫𝗿𝗄𝗿.
Look at you. Tito, I wish you luck with the book. It's
Thank
a
you so
very
much,
honest book, and I appreciate you writing it. This is going to hurt. It's in stores now. Pick it up. Do guys ever come up to you at book signings and want to punch you out? Like, go, hey, come on, man, let's go right now. Let's go. Let's go.
See, Howard, there once the anger comes about, you bash it down with complete kindness.
But there's some maniacs out there who just want to go right at it.
When they stand next to me, I mean, you're a big man too, Howard, and they kind of get a little intimidated. They're like, all right, Tito is a big guy.
Right. Are you big in the pants? You would almost have to be with Jenna because Jenna's seen it all. You got big hands.
I got big feet. You know what that means? Big gloves and big shoes, right?
It'd be great if Jenna was afraid of your penis. Then you know you're a real man. Oh my God! It doesn't fit.
Jeez.
Now, what good would it doesn't fit do?
Wait, there's somebody who wants to challenge you.
Howard has that problem, I know.
Oh, no. Never had that problem. There's a fighter on the phone who wants to challenge you, and I think this would be an excellent...
Telephone tough guy.
All right, let's talk. Go ahead.
Hey, Tito, how are you?
Really good, my man.
All right, now...
I want to challenge you in a fight, and whoever wins will fuck Jenna Jameson.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
great.
You mean Jenna would be the
I
prize?
got a bigger dick than you. You're a pussy. I know I can fight you in this cage.
All right, high pitch. Gay Ramon, you're on the air. Go ahead. Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Gay Ramon.
Hey, oh, my God, Tito, I'm a big fan of yours. Hey, have you ever had your asshole eaten out by another man?
Tito doesn't go that way.
No, I don't go that way yet.
Do you think about Tito when you're with when you're?
Howard, I have fantasized.
He wouldn't be the only man, that's for sure.
Are men attracted to you, Tito? Yeah. Have your man ever hit on
cool.
you?
A couple of times.
Couple of times?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. You know, I have actually a lot of gay friends that are friends, you know, and I don't swing that way ever, never, ever even a thought or anything like that, but you gotta be respectful towards people.
Gay Ramon, can you finish right now listening to Tito's voice?
Oh my God, I fantasize him beating the shit out of me, Howard.
You like that? Artie, where are you? Yes, go ahead. Yes, sir.
I fantasize about Tito beating the shit out of Gay Ramon, too.
You're horrible, Artie.
All right, listen, go see Tito. TitoOrtiz.com is the place to get all your Tito information. Yeah. And by all means, get the book, This Is Gonna Hurt. It's in stores now. Tito, great, always seeing you.
Yes,
send my love to Jenna.
Of course.
And I mean all of my love.
I gotta say, his book, as someone who struggled with heroin,
yes,
it's so hard to break from that. And I think if my mother did that for me, that really is like that's a touching thing.
And it was really hard for my mother, you know, to accept that, because all of her friends don't know nothing about the past and the history. They know nothing about. And I told my mom, you got to understand, Mom, there's a lot of kids who are lived the same type of life I did. Now want to think they have a chance to live, you know.
Right.
They look at Tito, they see, oh yeah, the guy who's a fighter, a champion, driving around nice cars, beautiful girlfriend. But they don't see what got me there. Right. And now they see they have a chance. Well, maybe they have an opportunity to do something like this in life.
Book is somewhat inspirational.
Yes. All kids, please listen. Go to school. Getting educated is the #1 thing, I believe, 100%.
You bet. Max, you're on the air in Portland. Go ahead.
Hey, now, Howard.
Hey, now.
Hey, Tito, why can't you admit that 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄 was just a better fighter that night?
He was a better fighter that night. I never didn't.
I mean, look at the pictures on the internet, bro. Your face is all fucked up.
Really? Oh, yeah. I only got like 5 stitches. I was fine though.
Which fight is it? The one you're talking
about?
Yeah,
the one I did. I just lost last week. The guy ran away the whole time. People will watch. They'll see. It's cool. I fought. I came out. I fight, and he didn't want to fight. It was fun. It was just an opportunity for.
When this guy says your face was messed up, is he lying?
I don't know. It's been a week, Howard. Do I look pretty good?
You look pretty good.
You don't even look like you were in a fight.
Yeah,
Travis, you're on the air in Las Vegas. Go ahead.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that last caller. I thought Tito won rounds 2 and 3 against Machida. I mean, Machida fought his fight, but Tito's still a beast. He about choked him out at the end there.
Yeah.
And Tito,
you know, I got to correct you, you know, and I'm an honest guy. You know, I think Louita won the match, you know, fair and square, I believe. I did have that triangle at the end, almost got him, but you know, for him running away, you know, this is ultimate fighting. This is fighting that really, it's a one-on-one competition that they need to compete against each other, not get 1 point and run away, how Machida was doing. And I think I let a lot of fans down by doing that, but I appreciate your support, man.
Trevor, go ahead in Bakersfield, California, with Tito Ortiz. The book is called This Is Gonna Hurt.
Bakersfield.
Hey, Tito, I had a question for you. Since everybody in the UFC kicked your ass, what are you going to do? Go over to WEC, maybe become a superstar or something?
No, actually, I believe the only person left there was Chuck Liddell, and Machida, the one that beat me. So.
Hey, I got to give it to you, but Machida ran from me the whole time, man.
Yeah, well, there you go. So people seem to generally agree with your assessment. This is not just bullshit. You're
believe me, it was. And it was a tactic on, you know, the president's part on UFC of give me someone who's going to run and strike, run and strike, who's not going to stand in front and punch with me.
Part of the fun of the UFC is that you guys are just going at it.
Yeah, that's what guys buy pay-per-view for. That's why they buy a Tito Ortiz pay-per-view, because they know I'm going to bring the fight when I fight.
You bet. All right. TitoOrtiz.com, the book, This Is Gonna Hurt. Thanks, Tito. Great seeing you again.
Without a doubt.
Come
Thank
see
you so
us
much.
again if you would.
Yes, for sure.
Tito.
So that went pretty
That's
good.
Some heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, you know, it's my life. You know, I've lived a interesting life, a very self-told story that I'd either be dead or in prison or here on Howard, and I'm doing something right. So you know.
Right. You mentioned that Howard's sort of like a benchmark to measure your success.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Howard's the best talk radio in the world, man.
So to be here and to overcome everything that you have is.
And I look back at my history. You know, 11 years of competition and fighting, but I'm still going on to bigger and better things. And you know, I'm really proud of my book that we wrote, and you know, hopefully a lot of people will take something out of it of an inspiration, and that's the biggest thing of all of it.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for stopping by and good luck with the book, man.
Without a doubt. Thank you much, guys. Howard Stern.
best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, this is John Hine, and on Monday's wrap-up show, Chuck Zito stopped by, and we got a couple calls saying they didn't like him, more calls saying they did like him, and it got really quiet in this room. Here it is.
Howard's fascinated by him. I think Howard just loves, Chuck is everything that Howard never was, is never going to be, as most of us are never going to be.
Well, whenever Chuck comes in, Howard always gives that caveman rap.
Right.
And it's true. I mean, who's going to mess with this guy?
See, I thought the story today that really made me laugh my ass off was the guy that was talking to his date while she was having a cigarette. Like, that guy doesn't know she's with anybody. But, I wonder what happens to when Chuck goes, get the fuck out of here. The guy goes, hey, wait a minute. I wonder how many words you get out before he just
right.
you.
They make up their mind.
Well, he had
very,
another
very
story
quickly.
like that when the guy said, Chuck went to the bathroom. Did you hear that one?
No.
Okay. So Chuck's at a real nice restaurant or something in L.A., and he's sitting there with two chicks or something. He goes to the bathroom. There's some guy sitting down next to the girl. And I guess Chuck says something to him like, I'm with, or the girl's like, leave me alone. He's like, wait a sec, you don't know this guy? And it ends up the guy just came up to try to pick up the chicks, and he was like, well, you had two girls. And he goes, boom, and just punches them.
Yeah, it's a different set of rules.
Yeah, don't mess with Chuck. Jay in Sacramento, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys? I came out to New York to, just hang out and party and stuff. And we went to Scores, and we were at the wrong Scores. I really wanted to meet Chuck. And so I asked one of the guys where Chuck was, and they got me a cab, sent me over to the other Scores. And he said, don't worry, I already set up. Chuck will meet you over there. So I was like, right on, cool. So I'm sitting there, and suddenly, big-ass Chuck comes walking up to me. He goes, hey, so I hear I'm a fan of yours. And I was like, no, he scared the crap out of me. And I was like, no, dude, I told the guy that I was a fan of yours, man, really wanted to meet you. And, he was a super cool guy, way nice to my wife and stuff, bought us a drink. And, Chuck's just a straight-up dude. He's just a real cool guy.
He's a good guy. He is. He's a good guy.
Is there like this air of fear when Chuck is around? Like people worried about saying the wrong thing or something like that?
What do you think, John?
I'm asking the question. I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, like I said, it's like I've known him for a pretty long time, and I have a pretty good relationship with him. So I try not to say anything that would offend him, but I'm not sure I know all the things that would be wrong.
Right.
That's the problem.
When I do a pre-interview with him, I'm always watching exactly what I say to him, and you try and phrase questions that are very complimentary to him, as opposed to you could go a different direction. But yeah, it's always tread lightly around Mr. Zito.
Were you in Vegas with us the year that Henry Hill was like bombed out of his mind and picked a fight with Chuck?
Yeah.
And Chuck was walking around the Hard Rock looking for Henry. It was just like Henry was like drunk, and we were like, Henry, you got to get out of here. Chuck's looking at me, he's like, fuck him!
That story I just recounted, I'm like, as soon as I did it, I'm like, fuck, did I say it the wrong way? Did I leave out the wrong detail? Which I probably did.
Luckily for you, it was so confusing that Chuck won't be mad.
He had another great story. Did you guys hear his story about the condoms?
No.
He doesn't.
Tell it right.
Like Howard was talking about his condoms. And Chuck was like, what? I don't use condoms. And Howard's like, but he goes, occasionally a girl will insist. So what Chuck will do, when she insists, he'll make a little hole in it. So when he's doing her, it'll burst open.
Why? What's the point of that?
Well, then the girl won't even realize it. She'll see him put the condom on. And I probably told that one wrong, too. You guys didn't hear that story?
Joe in Missouri, you're on the
No one heard
wrap-up
that
show.
story?
Hey, Joe.
What's going on? Hey, Chuck.
Can you cut that out of the show?
What's up, Joe?
Chuck is definitely a flaming faggot.
No, he's not.
Hold on a second, Joe. Chuck's not here to defend himself. Now go ahead. That's what you know.
He fucking spews out stories of banging 3 chicks, and the guy's in his 40s. Artie can't even do that. Gary can't do something like that. but you had Chuck Zito. I mean, he just wants to be a man's man. He is nothing. Next time it comes up in a meeting that you want to bring in Chuck Zito, that person's head needs to be examined.
So what he would say if he was here is he would say, all right, you're a big shot. Why don't you come up here and say that to my face? So what would you say to that?
I'll right there. Shit, right now I'm in Missouri driving a tractor trailer. I'll go up there and say it right to his face. You know, I won't be a little bitch like Benji was a couple months ago and back down. I'll bitch slap him right in the mouth.
I didn't back down because there was nothing that I went forward with.
Now, Mike, you realize that I have your phone number on caller ID, right?
Go ahead, give it to him. You know, the only Pam Anderson pussy he's ever gotten is sucking it off like Tommy Lee's dick.
All right, I'm going to cut this off right now, but I'll tell you right now, if Chuck was here, he's not here to defend himself, he would say, come up here and tell me yourself.
And
Be a man.
And the views of Joe in Missouri reflect in no way the views of anyone here who's on the wrap-up show.
Except Benji.
No, come on. That's not even...
No, Benji will tell a different story about that. Let's go to Jason in Florida. Jason, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Jason.
Hey, the story with the Hells Angels rocker and jacket, I mean, a lot of places aren't going to let outlaw bikers into their establishments. I mean, it's not nothing personal against them, but you get another biker gang, they're going to start fighting inside the arena.
Yeah, but at the time, Chuck was on Oz, and he was sort of a known, I mean, HBO invited him there, so he was sort of a known celebrity going into that. Thanks for the call. You know, we got a couple other calls about Chuck. Let's go to Mike in Philly. Mike, you're on the wrap-up show.
What's happening, guys?
Hey, Mike.
That last guy's a little drastic. I'm not going to get that far. Chuck Zito would beat the fuck out of me. But I really don't think he's that good of a guest either. I mean, you know, every time I listen to the show every day, all show long, and I'm just not interested whenever he comes on. I'm much more interested in what Howard said last week here in Dallas Strawberry this week.
But what about Chuck that you don't like?
No, I just find them disinteresting. I tune out. I listen to them, and it's just story after story.
But you're singing a different song than you did 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago, you said, "There's no way he fucks those broads. You think he's gay?" What happened to that rap?
That is a different guy.
Oh, it's a different guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they're cool stories and all. I don't know. I just find them as a fan of the show. I find them a little not as interesting as it could be. That's all. It's okay.
Well, today's your lucky day, sir. Guess who wants to talk to you?
Chuck Zito?
Yes.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
What's happening, man? How are you?
Not too bad. Everybody's got their opinion. Some guys like the show, somebody don't.
That's okay.
That's
yeah,
okay.
I mean, I agree, and I don't think you're a bad guy, and I've never met you and everything, but I just find whenever you're on the show and you're on the show a little bit more than other people are, I just find it a little not as interesting as it should be. I mean, Howard's interviews are good and all, but if you came on a little less, maybe it would be a little more interesting. That's all.
Howard's great. That's why I keep coming on. But he likes I said Howard's great. That's why I keep coming on. But he likes the stories. A lot of people out there like the stories, and some people don't. So it's your choice.
And and your show, like I've listened to the shows you have, and it's just like they're flooding the market with Chuck Zito, and I'm just not buying it. That's all.
What do you mean? What do you mean they're flooding the market?
I wish. I wish.
No, but I don't know what that means.
Well, like you got the Jay Thomas show. I think Jay Thomas is funny. And I listen to that, and I don't seem to get tired of it. But it's not a lot of him. Like Chuck Zito's been on the show. In the past year, how many times have you been on the show as a guest? I don't have the statistics.
Chuck, you've been in a couple of times, right?
Probably since January. This might be a second or third time in.
This year, yeah. But I used to do a lot last time on when it was on the other show.
When we're on regular radio. Yeah, and I know. I mean, sometimes it's tough to get like a real celebrity on the show. No offense, Chuck.
That's all right.
But I'm just saying sometimes it seems like you're on the show a little too much, and then when you couple that with you having your own show on the channel, it seems like a little too much Chuck Zito for Mike's liking. That's all.
All right, and
it can't be too much. I'm only 2 months away. Last time I did it was 2 months ago.
At least. It's been a while.
It's been 2 months ago, really.
And you had new stories that were great, too.
I got to tell you, I bring this point up all the time. This isn't about Chuck. This is about everybody. Chuck wasn't on the show today because I had no guests. We only put on the guest. There's days that we don't have guests. We only put on the people we want on. So it's not like I needed Chuck on because I couldn't get any guests. We wanted him on as a guest.
Well, I'd love to have Joe from Missouri, I think his name was, call back in, because Chuck's in here now, and something tells me, Chuck, he'd be singing a different tune.
There was a guy in here who was talking a bunch of shit.
You know what? Everybody's a telephone tough guy. But it's amazing when I go away and I do book signings and I do appearances all in the United States, not one person comes up to me and talks the shit that guy did.
You know, one year in Vegas, Gary, when you guys did the show, before you did it in the joint, in that arena, you had it out in the casino, and they had this railing up, and all the fans were leaning up against it. And this one time, Chuck's standing there waiting to go on, and a guy deep into the crowd, like maybe 3 rows in, Chuck has his back to him. He's talking to a beautiful woman. The guy yells out, "Zito's a pussy!" And Chuck looks at the girl. He goes, "Excuse me one moment." Turns around. I don't know how he did it, but spots the fucking guy 3 rows deep, goes right to him and goes, "You want to say that to my face now?" And the guy's like, I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking. How many guys back out of fights from you? Like, that's got to be more than the fights you've had in your life.
Forget people call in and they're on the phone or they're in another state and they talk shit. So it's easy to talk shit over the phone. It's a little harder to do it person to person and eyeball to eyeball.
Norm in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Hey, Norm.
Hey, just nothing really personally against Chuck or anything, but, I just think it's a little bit crazy how everybody always acts like they're so scared of Chuck and everything like that. I mean, sure, he's, big and all, but, there's thousands of guys out there that are just as big as Chuck, just as intimidating as him, and, if people just walk around threatening to beat the shit out of people all the time, I mean, he'd be in jail, wouldn't he?
All right, so Norm, let me ask you a question. You're hanging out in front of a club, right? There's a girl having a cigarette, okay?
Right.
You walk up to the girl and you start talking to her.
Exactly.
Chuck walks up and he says, "Hey, she's with me. Get the fuck out of here." What's your next line?
Well, I'm not the type to really go and, if someone's with somebody, I respect every person as a
She
human
wasn't with
being.
anybody. She's just sitting there alone smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, but if he comes up and says she's with me, I say, okay, regardless of if he's, Hank the dwarf or Eric the Midget, anybody, it doesn't matter, regardless of
That's
size
cool.
who
That's
he
because
is.
you have respect. That's why.
Exactly, and nothing personally against Chuck or anything like that, but again, I just think it's a little bit foolish that everybody's so, intimidating. I mean, there's no reason to walk around with like a tough guy attitude all the time and, throwing your weight around. And
but I don't. I'm respectful. Everybody's respectful of me. I never walk around thinking I'm a tough guy or throw my weight around. I treat people the way I want to be treated. And when you don't, then we take it to the next level.
And that's what I love about Chuck is that he gives you a play-by-play of how he's going to beat your ass.
See, I've
before
never
he
been.
does it.
I've never been to.
No,
the
I
next
mean, you
level.
guys know me. Gary, you ever see me walk around with a tough guy attitude? I never do it.
No, I've never been to the next level.
And I treat the people the way I want to be treated. Like I said, I always have the motto I always say, I treat me good, I'll treat you better. Treat me bad, I'll treat you worse. And then when it's getting worse, we go to the next level.
See, there's this code of men that I have not been brought into that no one ever told me about, and that's why I love the whole story about when Chuck had to punch AJ. Like, it was really weird because AJ talked some shit about him. Chuck went up to him. Chuck explained how he's going to have to hit him. AJ understood how he was going to have to take the punch.
Right.
I was like, I didn't get
And then he bought him a dinner afterwards.
I didn't get that memo on how that works.
And then he bought him dinner.
Well, Chuck, isn't there some kind of respect thing going on there?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he said something that he shouldn't have said, but meanwhile he put it in the newspapers, he put it in the magazine. It wasn't something he said to one person. Yeah, he's talking about millions of people reading this. And he never mentioned my name, but he mentioned the word Hell's Angel and Scores, and everybody knows I'm the only one that goes there, so he didn't have to mention my name. And then he got hit for it.
Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show.
Can I tell you my favorite Chuck Zito story?
Yo.
Quick. Please do.
Real quick. So I got punched in the face at Scores one night.
No, Ralph, reel that back a little bit, because the reason you got punched in the face is funny in and of itself. Explain why.
Well, I don't know. Like, you know, it was like I was talking with a friend of Big John's. You know, we were just joking around and sort of like, you know, like pretend punching each other and something like that. I don't know. And then I was really drunk, and then just all of a sudden, this guy just fucking punched me, and I went into the bathroom, you know, to fucking like stop the blood, and I'm coming out of the bathroom and Chuck's coming out of the bathroom. Everybody thought Chuck beat me up.
Yeah.
Chuck's like, no, I didn't do it.
I said that. I didn't do that.
Yeah,
I never hit a drunk guy in my life, man.
It really wasn't my fault, Gary. I mean, it was just like, you know, you're fucking around with somebody, and you know.
Wait, could that be like a protection if like someone does something wrong? You say, wait, I'm drunk.
Right.
Well, you know, some guys take advantage of people because a lot of guys can't even stand up, let alone fight.
Right.
So a lot of guys push their weight around and do that. I've never hit a drunk guy in my life because it doesn't prove anything.
I am always drunk.
You're always
Hey everybody, it's 𝗛𝗄𝗿. On Tuesday on the wrap-up show, we are trying to put the pieces back together of this fiasco that happened on Miserable Men. Bob was hurt. He vented. He said some things. Maybe some things that shouldn't have been said on the air. Maybe some things that should. And hopefully our show won't get canceled because of it. Stay tuned.
A couple of people have come to me today and said that a lot of what happened with Bob, they blame on Artie. And I'm not saying I blame it on Artie, but I think that Bob got empowered by Artie agreeing with him. You know what I mean? I think that's where Bob got his balls.
Well, if you listen to those rants, and 𝗛𝗄𝗍's in here, I see Artie coming down the hall. More than 3 or 4 times, Bob said, Artie agrees with me 100%. Artie has my back. And it seemed like that conversation with Artie is what, you know, boosted him. And Artie later on at the end of the hour took the hit. He said, look, I feel bad because I told Bob to go on the air and express how he felt. He didn't tell him to say, fuck you, Gary. But he did sort of, you know, let him know that that was the place to do it.
Yeah, Artie just walked in. We're sort of blaming you a little bit and jokingly blaming you.
Yeah.
I think Bob got his balls from you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that if you would have said, Bob, you're off base on this, he probably wouldn't have done that rap last night.
He called me up mad as hell, screaming in the phone, and I, you know, I feel bad again, and this has nothing to do with anything. I just feel bad when a guy is broke and he's got a kid, you know, so I'm doing anything to try to, you know, make him feel better. And what I did say was, he was like, look, I'm going into Miserable Men, and I said, well, you know, the rule of the show, Howard has it, you know, if you're honest and you lay it out there, that always makes good radio. So I said, you should do that, and I bet if they play it tomorrow, it'll make for good radio, which it did. So I didn't, like, really encourage it. I didn't really discourage it, but I felt guilty for all the shit he took today. And that's why I was like, you know what, give Bob a break. I'm a guy that he sort of looks up to, and he probably took what I said as a fucking okay to go through those doors and go nuts. I did not know he was going to start screaming, fuck Gary. But
in his mind, whatever you told him, in his mind, he heard as Artie's got my back.
Well,
he
said that?
He said that? You could sort of tell.
I can tell you, in the past where he's been upset with Gary over bookings and stuff, it was never to that extreme. And I just think that the fact that he had somebody who's on the show, who works on the show, that says, you know, wow, that agreed with them and said, I do think that's kind of messed up. That gave him the fire, the green light, to just go apeshit and let it all out.
He shouldn't put Artie in that position, though.
Well, listen, Bob, first of all, like I told him before we went on the air, I said, we're about to do 4 hours on one of Howard's channels, and you're going to talk shit about it. I go, does that not make sense? It doesn't make sense to me to do that. It's one thing to say I'm not happy, but I saw how angry he was, and I knew it wasn't going to go well. And we had a whole format planned out for the show last night, and we got sidetracked. We had to recover.
Wait,
from
why were you against it?
Because I just think he was overreact. He took it way too personal. He took it as a personal attack. But
were you against it as like hey, this could be dangerous for us, or this is not good for the show?
Absolutely, it could be dangerous for. Why wouldn't it be dangerous for us? I mean, I understand he's being honest and he's expressing how he feels, but at the same time, Howard doesn't have to put a guy up for 2 hours, 1 hour, or 4 hours that talks shit about it. You know, it's his channels.
And, there's something else just popped into my head. We're saying how we do all this stuff with Bob. This is like a subtle thing, but we give him the plugs and all that sort of stuff. And in the past, like Greg Fitzsimmons or Lisa Lampanelli or even Gilbert Gottfried will try to get on the show, and they can't get on the show, and they'll say, could you please, if you could, plug something? And you've heard us plug it.
Sure.
And always, with the exception of Gilbert, because this isn't his DNA, I will get a thank you call or a thank you email. Hey, that was really nice, greatly appreciated. But Bob just doesn't seem grateful.
Well,
it's almost like you fucking owe me this. Of course you're doing my plugs. And I think the attitude. This has nothing to do with him being booked, by the way.
Right.
But it's just the feeling I get. Bob has never ever said to me, I really appreciate all the plugs I get on the show. It really helps a lot. Never.
What's weird is he's one of the most generous. I've seen him, Gary, go home with $0 in his pocket at the end of a weekend to make sure that everybody else gets paid for that weekend for the tour. I've seen him take that hit. But at the same time, like what he did last night was a really selfish thing. He put himself before the show, and it almost cost us the show today.
John leaned over to me at one point when Bob was making the really feeble attempt to apologize, and everything was, but this, but that. And John Hine leaned over to me, and it was right on the money. He goes, how many times have you had this conversation with your kid? With my child, where I'm like, Lucas, just apologize, but but this, but that, but that. I'm like, no, just say you're wrong. But.
Did John want you to say that?
No.
It's just the other thing that's happening now is and again, this is nobody's fault, but it's a reason why Bob and a lot of comedians, a lot of people in any profession are frustrated. The economy is such shit. Bob said to me last night that some of the Killers of Comedy show don't sell well at all.
Right.
And at the end of the day, he has had to go into debt to make sure all the other comics get paid, to not only the extent where he doesn't get paid, he's actually in debt from the gig, which is nice and generous, right. But that could lead to being frustrated about other things, and that could lead to saying stuff on the air you don't mean just because you're in a frustrated time in your life. Right. And I think that's what he's going through. I know him to be a generous, nice guy, too. I think giving him a pass is the right move at this point.
And expect to give him a pass in 4 months when he freaks out again.
Because he's gonna, he's going to do this.
Well, then, after that, what are you going to do? Howard's being very nice about it now. There's no reason he has to let him come back on the air. If he does it again, there's going to be no one who can argue in his favor at that point. Come on, after this,
Gary, do you think giving him a pass is the right move?
Yeah. I'm a little peeved about it. I'm not fucking angry like some of the listeners are. I'm a little peeved about it. I don't know that Bob learned his lesson, but you know what? If he didn't learn his lesson, it'll be a short time before he learns it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other thing, Artie is sort of so close to the situation because he knows Bob so well and he knows his situation. And Bob never called me and said, hey, Gary, times are rough. I really need this. I don't know whether that would have changed things, but I would have had a different approach to it. But I can't start booking the show based on people's economics. Do you know what I mean? But if I do that, then it's really tough.
I know. 80% of the people who work here are broke. What are you going to do? It's shitty times. But, the other thing about defending Bob or whatever I did in there for him, it's such a Davy and Goliath situation. Here's a guy who's a road comic and he's fighting for his life up there, and I just I wasn't gonna sit there and get into bashing you or Howard, but I was just trying to play the devil's advocate on his side a little bit, because it's like throwing a guy a life preserver, drowning. And I wanted to make sure when he got off the phone, Howard at least gave him the show back, maybe, because without the show, if he thinks times are bad now economically, they're
Exactly.
going to be a million times worse.
But Artie, don't you think that the guy should have enough brains to know that before he goes and does those rants last night? Shouldn't he go, Jesus, without the show, I'm fine?
No, hey, look, you're right. That's logical
Gary,
thinking, and I've done stupid things in my life because I'm mad, and things that make no sense, completely illogical, and people are nice enough to usually forgive me. And you go on. I was trying to give Bob that same compassion I saw from people just 3 months ago on the show.
Right.
You know, so I was trying to just be on his side there, because if no one's there, you're done, you know.
Right. But Bob is one of those guys that, you know, this is a recurring theme for him. I'm not appreciated. And he is what I would kindly call high maintenance.
Well, and
he needs to be constantly massaged, and a lot of people I deal with don't. And sometimes I forget that, because so many people I deal with don't need that when somebody does need it, I just don't do it enough.
A lot of them need it, but you know what? They're comedians who bite their tongue. I'd say 90% of the comedians are so neurotic. They probably do need that attention, but they're smart enough and they have enough willpower to bite their tongue and go, look, that could burn a bridge. You know, I mean, you are the producer of a big-time show that affects comedians, and so they bite their tongue. Bob feels like he's part of the family, and he's allowed to get mad every once in a while. That's what he's saying, you know.
Which also, I think, I mean, it's a real catch-22, because I thought his points were ridiculous, but he was sincere and he was pissed, and that probably, I didn't hear it, but it probably made a real interesting show.
Oh, yeah.
It probably made one of the most
And
interesting
I
shows.
get that he's upset. I understand that he's upset, but that's something that he needs to take up with Gary, I think, on a personal thing. And if it does come on the show, then bring it to a certain point. You got to be able to control your anger. Like, Tim talked to him before the show. I spoke to him before the show. Everybody tried to get him, but he had that tunnel vision. He had the blinders on. This is what he was going to rant about, and that's that.
And I got to say, you know what? I'm going to pat myself on the back, but I think based on what Artie said, that, you know, comedians want to get on the show, that I have the power, that I hold the door, I don't think that I wield that power. I think that we're always in there fighting for guys. Do you know what I mean? It's never like...
You're not a power tripping kind of guy.
I'm not power tripping. I'm not like,
guys.
hey, Bob, I could make or break you. I want people to succeed on the show. I like it when a comedian comes on and does well, or somebody that isn't known that well comes on. Like, I love that Lisa Lampanelli started coming on the show, and that not only she got better on the show, but she's gotten bigger in life, you know, in her career. That's good for us. It's good for everybody.
And her boyfriends have gotten lighter and lighter.
There was an emotion that came up in me today based on something he said that is another thing that he does that sort of gets under my skin. You know, he utilizes the Iron Sheik and Beetlejuice for his show, and that's fine. I have no gripe with that. And he does it because he wants to bring more people to the show, and he realizes those are popular characters from the show, and that will bring more people in. But then he will throw that in my face by telling me, I hire those guys because you don't pay them. And I'm like, you're not the Mother Teresa of comedy.
Yeah, wait, you mean he's told you that off there?
Yeah.
That doesn't make
sense. Oh, yeah,
he's
like,
what's his point?
He'll say, I help those guys out. You got to help me because I'm helping those guys out.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean...
And I've said to Bob, right, I go, Bob, are you not benefiting from it at all?
Well, I mean, I can tell you, you know, 3 weeks ago we did St. Louis and Indianapolis, and Bob gave Beetle his share of the money for that week. He went home with no money.
But surely it's Bob's business. He's basically when they make a lot more, I assume Bob makes a lot more than the rest of the guys too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what everybody makes, but I'm sure. I mean, look, he's putting the shows together. He's the headliner. He should.
He's the guy that's putting it together, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
but
he's entitled to make more.
There's a whole separate issue there. I mean, the economy might suck to the point where clearly what you guys are doing isn't working plug-wise. Maybe you gotta... maybe you do lesser gigs for now.
And I agree with that.
I mean, if the audience isn't coming for a little while, you wait and maybe it'll come back. I told Bob that last night. Get booked in a club and make a couple of grand a weekend, and because at least you're making it. Why risk losing money? I mean, because I said, Bob, the depression after working hard all week and you're on stage in those dark clubs. You're trying to, get your life together. You got your kid. You're getting married, and money's tight anyway. And then you got to do like 4 sets on the weekend, and you don't make any money. That's, that's like, God, as a road comic, you're going to be suicidal doing that much longer.
You also have to factor in traveling with 7 to 8 to 9 people on a tour. You got, people sharing hotel rooms, people eating meals, all this shit adds up at the end.
But if you're booking a show and it's not making money, why do you continue to do it?
Well, that's what I was saying. He's got to consider. Right now, times are bad. It's not making money. Maybe the novelty of the Iron Sheik, and that's something else I told him. I said, Bob, you and 𝗛će𝗿𝗍𝗍 can do a lot of time. You're comedians. Sal and Richard are getting better. Why do the circus shit? In the long run, people are going to want to know they can come see stand-up, not a freak show.
Artie, you've said to him on the air and off the air, you are not an enormous fan of the blue cheese thing. You've said that, right?
Well, I'm not an enormous fan of following the blue cheese thing because it's like following a fucking sexual assault.
But you've also said that he doesn't need that.
No,
that he's
really
funnier.
Clearly he doesn't. Of course not. That's what I'm saying. These guys on the tour are all comedians. A real comedian should be insulted if they said we're going to have high-pitch Eric come out to get laughs and to get plugs. It's ridiculous. In the long run, it'll hurt you. Maybe that's what he's seeing now.
Yeah, but these are shows, these are like shows based on our fans. Don't you think, like, if they hadn't seen a show before, they want to see high-pitch Eric? They want to see Bob.
Not if the alternative is. So that should be a separate tour, the Freak Tour, or whatever you wanted, the Whackback Tour. This should be comedians.
Hey, it's Benji. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we discussed whether or not Ralph truly hates Gary, and if Ralph is trying to sabotage Gary, as Artie said. And a lot of listeners called up with different theories. Gary expressed theories, but Ralph never called in. So listen, and you'll make your opinion.
There's also an interesting conversation that happens a little bit before then between Howard, Artie, and Gary about Howard finding an anonymous source telling him the way that Artie really feels about Gary and vice versa. And Gary, I wanted your take on it because it was revealed, of course, that the source was Ralph.
Right.
And both you and Artie didn't sound too pleased.
Well, I'm a little sensitive to what was going on, and it's always weird when somebody's throwing rumors behind your back and won't fess up to them. And I don't know. I was weirded out by the rumor that Ralph put out there, but equally as weirded out by the fact that Artie really verbalized that he thinks Ralph is out to sabotage me, that he really doesn't like me.
Do you believe that?
I don't know. I do know that it bothers me that I know that Ralph likes to goof on me and has a lot of theories about me. And, I don't know how it works, but in my imagination, Howard's in a dressing room in his apartment, you know what I mean, like a big giant walk-in closet, and Ralph's there with like a tape measure just talking shit about everybody. That's the interesting thing about Ralph is Ralph has Howard's ear for like an hour, like 2 or 3 times a week, and that's his chance to, spout all his theories and start all his rumors.
Now, just in case people missed it, what was Artie saying that upset you?
Well, I was sort of psyched that Artie doesn't feel that way. And then I pulled Artie into the office afterwards. I really was sort of shaken up by it. And I started to think the 3 examples that they gave was the Man Cave show, which that I completely disregard because they approached my agent. So what am I supposed to do? Say no? They thought doing a show, but they did approach Artie first, and then they approached us. The second thing was going to Iraq, and that's a bone of contention already anyway, because I just asked Artie if he thought it was a good idea if I could go. I don't really feel like I forced myself on him, but maybe Ralph sees it as now like I'm like trying to steal Artie's thunder. The other thing about going up to the Crafts house, that one is a little bit weirder for me because
Artie wasn't really. It wasn't really being handled. Like they asked him if he would do it. He said he would do it, but I'm like, well, who's going to make sure everything's getting done for you? And I was sort of helping on that way. And then they said, well, if you want to, hop on the plane with him, that'd be fine. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And it never dawned on me.
I thought he wanted you to go.
It never dawned on me that if I hopped on the plane with him, that I'd be somehow stealing his thunder. And I'm not sure. So then I went back to my office and I thought, well, maybe subconsciously there's something to this. You know what I mean? And then so I apologized to Artie, and Artie goes, "You're out of your fucking mind. It's Ralph's crazy rumor. I have no issue with you. Don't worry about it."
And you just got Ralph a 6-foot Iron Man replica?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike in Detroit, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, guys, first of all, great show. I wish you guys were on all day on Friday mornings, but I know things are what they are. With regard to this issue, to me, it is painfully apparent that Artie is annoyed with Gary regarding especially the Iraq thing. There have been times when the topic has come up, and I get the impression by Artie's response that Gary really indeed did force himself on this trip.
Well, I was getting the same impression. I keep talking to him about it, and he keeps insisting that it's not the case. I'm at the point now, there was a period of time where I almost considered bailing on it. You know what I mean? Like just sort of pulling, but it was already a little far in, and then I got to the point where, like, if I bail on it, then I'm gonna, they want to try to get another comedian. I didn't want to fuck the whole thing up. Not that they need me.
Well, bail because you think Artie didn't want you there?
Right. That's what I was thinking. I would really, and I spoke to Artie about it. I'm like, listen, if you don't want me to go, I don't want to go. Maybe there's a part of me that should have just said I'm not going and not have put Artie in a position to make the decision. I also think that Artie senses my sensitivity to it, so never misses a moment to jab at it, because that's just what we do here on the show.
Yeah, Mike, you don't think Artie's just breaking Gary's balls?
No, I really don't. I think that Artie sort of does have this elitist attitude regarding comics and things of that nature, and I think his feeling is that Gary's taking the place of someone who could really bring something to the table.
Right. You're right. See, part of you is right about that, but I'm not taking another comedian's place. It was not. This is the guy. In other words, they can't put on a longer show, so I'm not taking that person's place. But I do agree with you the part that maybe Artie thinks that if you're going to be a comedian on the show, you have to earn your way on the tour as a comedian, and that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Good point. Let's go over to John in Philly. John, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I just think it's Ralph is sort of the misfit son that Howard never had, and Gary's the good son that Howard never had. And anytime Gary gets something good, Ralph is just jealous.
Well, listen, Ralph and I have always been at odds over that. I think Howard sort of hit it on the head today that Ralph thinks that my job's really easy. And then Robin said that Ralph does respect what I do. But, I always got the impression that Ralph doesn't think that what I do is that difficult, and that, it wouldn't be the first person to work here that it would piss him off that, that I get stuff through the show. But, I mean, everybody gets stuff through the show, and I'm not...
I think he's saying that because he's so incompetent in his own life, and he sees that you do stuff, and you're somewhat successful, and things happen, that, he's just trying to take shots or create controversy where there isn't any.
Well, one thing that was said today, and I forgot if Howard said it or Robin said it, Ben, you probably know, is that, they had the theory that Ralph thinks he could do your job and probably do a better job at it. Do you remember who said that? It was Howard or Robin. I don't remember.
It was Howard, because I think Robin ended up defending Ralph, saying, oh, no, Ralph,
But that theory's been floated around before.
Oh, it's not just my